Is live. Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Levels. We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Woohoo!
You may notice
We're gonna play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Let me mute that. You may notice a couple of things are a little different. First and foremost, we're missing Chooch and Viv tonight, sadly. But in order to have some fun playing Dungeons and Dragons, we're going to be playing a sort of little side quest one-shot here with Mark and Starla with a Kobold party. Now meet
Kobold party.
Yes, Zeg, the Kobold inventor, and Meg, the Kobold scale sorcerer. One thing too, just as a weird coincidence, is that my channel apparently midweek finally Twitch deemed me not applicable. I'm blanking on the word. Qualified, I guess, to be a Twitch affiliate, which means technically speaking, people can subscribe to it or buy these little bits for cheering in there. I'm not really concerned about having it be a for money thing. But let me know if having switched those things on, if that messes anything up for anyone. Because I will definitely turn it off if it gets annoying for some reason.
What's this bit that someone's donated for extra damage against me? I don't understand. It seems unfair.
So mostly I am just excited that the reason that activated is because we have had more people watching and doing more streams more consistently, and those are certainly fun things. So in any event, let's go ahead and get things moving then. So we're starting off with the Rivertown ambiance from Tabletop Audio, if you guys wanted to play along with that. And so here's where we find ourselves. Zeg, Meg, the last couple of days have been awesome. 'Cause first, Sitslebik, the big dragon river spirit that you guys basically worship and follow and live with and are basically best buds when you get to see him, across the cave every so often. And suddenly, he just got way more powerful, just out of nowhere. And that's great, right? Because just by extension, you guys work for him, so he's more powerful. That makes you more powerful indirectly. It's a very obvious connection. You don't see why you keep having to explain it to people. In any event, on top of this new increase in power, you were also selected to go on a super secret mission with Sitslebik himself.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. You see, apparently he got all this new power because the big dumb spirit down in that lake blew up or something. And Sitslebik wants to know what's going on. So he's going to go check it out, and he wants you to go into the town and explore it a little bit. And so you actually got to ride on this enormous dragon all the way down to the lake.
Oh my grubs. That's cool.
Yeah, right? It's already the best day ever. So, the only fly in the ointment, so to speak, is that you're not on this job alone. You've got your supervisor here. His name is Bleck. And he thinks he's hot stuff just because he has actual wings. And he is, the fifth cousin of the high priest. But he's he thinks he's better than you. And he's got wings, but that doesn't make him better than you. He is in charge, though, and that's pretty unambiguous. So he says that being selected for this special mission is a test, and that you guys had better not screw it up. And that was where things, as you got joined in to this whole little mission, you were warned before you even got into ride that, you know what, this is a privilege to go on this mission, but if you screw it up, you're not going to go on another one. But I think you were probably, what was your experience riding this dragon? What was that like? I mean, it's, probably the highlight of your entire life so far, but what stood out about it for you?
It was so high. The ground is so far down there.
If I looked in the right direction at just the right time and kind of squint a little bit and ignore a lot of the sound and the feeling of everything underneath my hands, I could pretend I was flying. For real.
Bleck says, well, I can fly anytime I want. I mean, it's pretty nice flying on the dragon, I'll say. But, I'm sure for you guys it's extra special.
Too high, too high, too high.
It was pretty cool. When I get my wings, I'll fly too.
You're not gonna get wings, stupid. It's because I was biologically chosen by the genes. The spirit influenced my mom while I was in my egg, and that's why I have wings, is because I'm special.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Look at Meg. Meg has wings. They're not perfect yet, but she's working on it.
Those aren't real. You just made those for her.
Well, yeah, but they're real and close, and they kind of flap a little bit if she shrugs a lot.
I think the only reason Hutch let you be his inventor apprentice is because he blew up the last one and he figured nobody would miss you.
Or maybe I'm tougher than the last one and he knows I'm going to last. I have so far.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. Sitslebik has been flying you along, and you have seen the lake approaching, and it's getting towards sundown. It's been kind of bright too. Like, you guys normally don't go out so much during the day. The bright sunlight kind of hurts your eyes a little bit, but it's getting to where it's going to be dark. So he comes in for a landing near the lake and just turns and lets you all off and just says, I do not want to interfere in the activities in this town until I know more about the situation. So I will not enter the village. However, I need you to go in there and check it out. Find out what's happening exactly, and in particular, I would like to know what is happening at the Lake Elamon Spirit's old temple on the shore. Now, bear in mind that I would like to have all of these villagers as subjects one day, so don't do anything to embarrass me. And then he leaps up into the air and flies away off towards the center of the lake. And Bleck says, yeah, you hear that? Don't do anything to embarrass us. I'm going to be watching you two carefully.
Just do so quietly or you'll be distracting, and that would be bad.
Wait, what?
Exactly. So, which direction was it again?
And he kind of just folds his arms and says, this is your mission. I'm just here to supervise and see if you guys do a good job. You're on your own. I'm just going to follow you and make critical comments.
So, which, are we in Elamantia? Is that where you've...
Yes. So, yes,
okay.
You've been dropped off near Elamantia. You can see the town in the distance. And you actually, now that you listen, you hear that there seems to be a lot of activity. Your understanding was that human villages seemed to calm down more after the sun went down? Seems like there's still a lot going on there, and there's some columns of smoke coming from the village in a few places.
They must have been excited to see Sitslebik. Everybody gets excited when they see Sitslebik.
Well, obviously. But he didn't show them yet, so...
Well, they might be able to see him from here. Humans have pretty good eyes. Except at night, when they can't see anything.
So are you guys just going to sit here and talk about what's happening from a distance? You know, I think a better team of spies would have already been in the town by now, I'm just saying.
Well, you are making so much noise, it'd be hard to sneak up on them.
Yeah, shh.
And I am going to walk in the direction of the town, kind of quietly.
I confidently follow Meg.
And Bleck is following you, not making much of an effort to stay hidden himself. He is more just kind of watching you guys as you creep along.
All right, what is the nearest building we can see?
Well, so as you're coming up on the outskirts of the town, you see that there's a fair amount of small residences here and there that look just like houses, and they're scattered a little bit. A lot of them have sort of, big fenced areas with gardens in them before the roads start becoming, more serious roads, although everything looks really muddy.
Did it rain here?
Well, there is a lake.
It's pretty far up for the lake. Okay. Do we see any people around? Anyone? Do we see movement anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Let's see what that is.
A lot of your skills
under?
are because you're using a different stat block, you won't necessarily have all the skills, and so if you don't have perception as a stated thing, then it's going to be your wisdom.
Okay. Oh, that is a -1. So I actually rolled pretty well. So that's with the -1, it's a 17.
All right. Well, you see that as you sort of squint and peer into the distance, you see that there's actually a lot of people that seem like they're running around, and not just humans, but also like weird creatures that are a little hard to tell what they are from here, but they're definitely not human. And then actually out of one of the houses that is nearer, you see a woman dressed in an apron with sort of like flour, on her, like splashed around like she's been cooking. She is holding a rolling pin and swinging it wildly as what looks like a bunch of living gingerbread cookies are running all over the place.
Oh.
Coming out of her front door, she's like chasing after them with this rolling pin.
Do they look delicious?
I wonder how she made them.
How far away are they?
So right now I'm thinking that you guys are maybe in some brush at about 60 feet. If you wanted to get closer, you would have to probably decide whether you're continuing to stealth or not.
I need to get a little closer, like within 30 feet. Because I would like to try to catch one of these cookies with Mage Hand.
Okay. So make a stealth check then.
And what would that be? Dexterity?
Yes.
Well, that didn't go so well. 7.
So I think as you're trying to creep closer and you get within 30 feet, you see this woman with the rolling pin sort of take a wild swing at one of the cookies and then look up and just make direct eye contact with you. And then she screams, "Ah, kobolds!" And she runs back into her house and slams the door.
Are the cookies still outside?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to catch one.
Are you trying to just grab one with your hands? There's about 5 or 6 of them you can see just sort of running around in little circles in her yard.
We have to collect them. I'm going to help them.
Let's just catch them. See if we can catch them.
And Bleck says, "I like your initiative. Let's see if you have hands fast enough to match." So I would say make a I guess a dexterity check.
So here's my question: how big is the mage hand?
The mage hand is literally like the size of your hand, and you are a
Okay.
small creature like a halfling.
Okay. Because it can't attack. Would grabbing it count as an attack?
I would say that you know what, sleight of hand is what I was going to say, but it would still just be dexterity. I'm going to say make a dexterity check with your mage hand.
Okay.
A little spectral clawed
That went
kobold
better.
hand appears in thin air,
19.
and you swoop it up and you seize one of these little gingerbread cookies, and it flails madly in your mage hand, but you've got it held tight.
All right. Then I will try to get others with my other two hands. You said there's about like 5 or 6 of them, right?
Yeah.
All right, so one in
you
each
know-
hand and one in the mage hand.
Okay, so you are approaching into the yard then.
You know what? Maybe that's not a good idea. Should we just keep the one and bring it back and check it out first? What do you think, Zeg? Do we need more?
I think I can put one of them in one of my boxes.
Right, so I'm going to bring the hand over and
The other cookies are actually chasing after the floating mage hand, and they're waving their little cookie fists in the air.
Oh, if I can turn this into another invention, I'm sure that Sitslebik will be proud.
I don't have any extra boxes, do I? I just have the ones. That are...
I'll say you probably have a few little like pouches, or if you want to have like just like a little shoebox sort of thing, or what?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll say you have one or two of the little ones.
Later. Okay.
Or collecting specimens of various things.
Quick, Meg, in here.
And I'll hold out the box and try to capture the thing in the box.
I'm actually going to say
well,
that the box
could I
that you have...
put the hand in the box and then dismiss the hand?
Yeah, you definitely could do that. What I'm going to say, though, is it's going to turn out that this cookie is actually too tall for the box by about an inch.
Oh,
And it's struggling madly, and its little frosting face is turned down in a snarl of anger, and all of the other little cookies have gathered around your ankles and are kicking your shins to no real damage effect.
can I silence it, stupid little cookie? Punch, punch, punch.
It's a cookie. You break off
Get
its
in there.
head.
Hold up.
Does
properly.
does it smell delicious? Like, is it tempting to a kobold? I have no idea.
It's pretty tempting. It smells very sort of spicy, like bread, but with something fancy in it.
I will pick up one of the ones on the ground then.
I think as if you are raising it up towards your mouth as it struggles wildly, I think Bleck is just going to say,
Catch your own. Punch, punch, punch. Get in the box. Fold, stupid little...
Well, if you break it, are they not magical anymore?
when you broke off the head of the one, it stopped moving.
Oh.
I need them to move. Maybe I'm going to try to tie it up.
All right, just like with some twine.
Yeah.
All right, are you tying up the one that you broke already, or are you catching another?
It's not moving anymore. It's not useful to me. I just snack on it and then go check for another
It
one.
tastes really good.
Crunchy.
It's sweet too.
It tastes like fresh flower honey. Now, come here. My tiny little lasso, I shall string you.
All right, make a dexterity check if you want to try to catch another one.
Okay, this could go very, very badly. It almost really badly. 9.
Oh, 9. Yeah, sorry, you did not success. You reached down and snatched at one, but it hopped over your hand.
I will cast Mage Hand again because it is a cantrip.
Yep.
And I will catch one.
All right. make another dexterity check.
What was I? +2. That is a 13.
You catch another cookie.
How are we gonna do this?
Hold it. I'll tie it up.
All right.
I'm going to have a brace of fighting cookies.
All right. Make another. Make an intelligence check to try to tie up the cookie in a way that won't break it, but will hold it secure.
13.
Yeah, you managed pretty well. Like, it's not very strong, so really all you really needed to do was kind of get a loop around its waist and then just hang it where it can't reach anything.
Aha. Now, if I can keep stringing them along, I think I've got the makings of a new invention. I'll call it. I don't know what I'll call it, but I'll come up with a name later.
Bleck just is got kind of a thoughtful expression. He says, "You know, this gives me an idea.
You too?
See, Sitslebik told you guys just to check out what's happening at the temple. But I bet that if we brought him back a gift..."
Does he like cookies?
Everybody likes cookies.
Well, yeah, everybody likes cookies, obviously, but I think if you want to impress the mighty Sitslebik, you're going to need something better than a cookie.
A bigger cookie?
Well, yeah,
More
if you
than
can
one
find
cookie.
one, I mean, that might be good.
5.
How did she make the magic cookies?
Well, you could ask her. She's coming back out now. And sure enough, the front door has opened, and this woman is screeching at you, "Get away, Kobolds, get away!" And she's going to try to swing at Zeg with her rolling pin.
Oh. I'm going to try to not do
That's
that.
a 6. You duck, and she swings wildly over your head.
Wait, where did magic cookies come from?
I caught one.
I'll hold it up victoriously.
She is going to swing at you again with the rolling pin. That one's a 12, so I think she she almost takes your head off with that one. But
Do you not like the cookies?
Can I
Like the cookies?
use Mage Hand to get hold of the rolling pin?
yeah, sure.
Is that dexterity again?
Yeah.
That is a +2. Oh, that is a 20, not natural.
Okay. So you managed to grip it, but the mage hand is not very strong. So basically, you're not able to like pull it out of her hand, but you're certainly disrupting her. Like you're throwing off her swings. So she's going to make attacks at disadvantage with it right now, and she's just like, get off, get out of my yard! I don't know what's happening. Get away!
Clearly a magic weapon.
Where did magic cookies come from?
And I think she finally just stops and just says, "I don't know."
But didn't you make the cookies?
I made the same cookies I always make. I don't know what the spirit of Lake Elamon must be up to something.
Really?
Get away! What are you doing in my yard? I think she's going to try to pull your mage hand off. And she gets a natural
she has
20.
no help.
I think she pulls it off and it dissipates into air. And she's going to swing. She's going to swing at you this time, Meg. And that's a 12. So again, a miss. She's just a baker. She's not great at wielding this as a club, but she is definitely still trying to beam you with it.
She knows. She does not know. She does not know.
She's not going to let us herd the rest of the cookies. We'll have to leave them. Maybe come back later. I have one.
All right.
As you guys turn around, you realize that Bleck made himself scarce as soon as she came out of the house. So are you leaving the yard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he scared of a rolling pin?
He you come around the corner and he sees you there, he's got his arms folded and he's tapping his foot and just says, Sitslebik said you shouldn't do anything to embarrass him.
It wasn't embarrassing.
We did not hurt her.
I have this.
And I'll take the rest of the twine and I'll tie it together so I can hang it around my neck.
Just have a flailing cookie around your neck.
So let's just say for flavor, the cookie does not stop trying to get away, but you have secured it well enough that you've just got a squirming cookie necklace around your neck.
I'm sure that will help me defend myself or something. Maybe it's a cookie buckler, or a cookie amulet.
Bleck says, I might be tempted to put a positive note in your permanent record if you were to give me that necklace.
You'll give me that point in whatever you said when we're done. But for now, the amulet is my totem. It keeps me safe.
Mm-hmm. Mental note, Zeg, uncooperative, not a team player.
Well, that's not fair. That's not fair as the little cookie man.
Are the other cookies still following us?
They scattered into the bushes when the woman came back out.
There are wild cookies roaming the land. This is what we've done to her game.
All right. Let's see. Are we just like walking down the middle of the road? Like how?
Tell me. Right now, you're more or less in the middle of the road.
So is it sunset or is it fully dark?
Yeah,
yet?
it's basically the sun has just dipped below the horizon, so you're not subject to your sunlight sensitivity.
All right. How are we doing on like tree cover? What's the tree situation?
Well, not so many right here. You're more on this small town street, so there's a big, wide street. It's a little muddy, but it's a sturdy enough road that it's not just a bog of muck or anything like that, but there's mostly just buildings here, not trees and stuff.
Are there any clotheslines hanging around with stuff on them?
Well, if you went around the back of a house, maybe.
Sure, we'll do that.
All right. So make a perception check looking for clotheslines.
What are you looking for?
Probably not much. I got a 9. I think she was very scared. Maybe if we have something to hide. Like a what is the word? Like the thing that hides us that we wear. What is it?
Like a cloak?
Yeah, cloaks. We need cloaks.
I think with a 9, you're having trouble finding one.
I mean, if I had the right things, I could probably make one.
Can you help me just look?
I suppose.
Natural 20.
Yeah, I think the way that plays out is that Meg, exasperated and asking for help, are you going to help me look for these clotheslines or what? And Zeg says, how about that one that's just like right next to you?
I found one. You almost walked into it. So is this a cloak?
I pull something off the clothesline.
Turns out it's a cloak. You rolled a 20.
How do I put this thing on?
I think it goes over
can't see.
over the head. Over the head.
I tried that. I couldn't see.
Not. You have it backwards.
Yeah. So basically, this is a human-sized cloak. So if you put it so where your head would be up at the hood, you've got like 3 extra feet of material around your feet.
I do have the cage on my back, so I got to cover that too.
I might have to lose the wings. I was unimpressed with the flight out. So
it actually made it a little bit difficult because they would keep capturing the wind just enough to like almost jerk you off a little bit, and it was kind of exhilarating. But there's a part of you that recognized that you could have died.
But they almost worked. I could see them. They were shaking in the wind like real wings.
You can test your own wings next time.
And Black just kind of stretches, and his wings kind of stretch out with him. He just, are we going to the temple soon, or what?
Well, we can't just walk through the streets. You saw that lady. She's screaming.
Yeah, so you guys had better figure something out. This is your mission, after all.
I do have a dagger. Maybe I can take some of the extra off the bottom.
Yeah, let's try that.
All right. So go ahead and make a another dexterity check to try to cut the material off in a way that is not horrible.
21.
Well, you do just fine.
And I have an extra bit of cloth too. Oh, I do make sure when I put the thing over my head and there's like the gap underneath my chin that I reach in and I make sure that my cookie man is outside, because it scratches on the inside a little too much. It kind of tickles.
Well, sure, you want him to be able to see too, right?
Yeah, of course. That's also what I was thinking.
All right, so Black kind of looks you over, looks at that whole robe thing, and says, "Not bad, Zeg. Not bad. It shows initiative. Shame you don't have that going for you, Meg."
It was my idea.
I see one of you wearing a robe and not the other.
You can probably wear the bit I cut off as like a thing.
It's basically just a big sort of loop, like swatch of rectangular swatch of fabric now that you could sort of wear over your shoulders like a shawl or something.
I'll help you take the wings off. Carefully. These took a long time to make, you know.
This whole thing is ridiculous. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing.
You're supposed to be infiltrating the temple, and my idea was that we bring Sitslebik a gift, but you guys seem really intent on this whole little fashion show, so, you know.
Okay.
Just because I can't write doesn't mean I don't remember.
All right.
I hope not.
So I am going to go, I'm just going to like walk in, but I think I want to stick to like the back sides of buildings and see if we can't skirt around the town. He said the temple was at the lake, so if we go down to the water and cut across, then we don't have to go into town and scare a whole bunch of people. That's my thought. Anyway.
Yeah.
Also, I have this cloak, so no one will know it's me.
Yeah, great. Happy for you.
You have a shawl.
Right.
I give you the shawl.
I will take it and kind of stick it over my head and
Did you remove the wings, or are you just wearing the shawl over the wings?
I have taken them off. I don't think they are doing me any good.
Just remember where we put them.
We'll stash them behind the building.
All right. So make another stealth check if you are going to try to make your way towards the lake without being seen.
No.
I keep forgetting what my stats are. My mouse is not working properly.
19.
Oh my gosh.
It's the shawl. It's a cloak.
+2. So yeah, 19 as well. Suck it, cloak wearer.
Hey, you haven't fired the cloak?
Yeah, you guys you're doing the whole thing, you know, lots of superfluous, flashy little rolls and ducking behind corners of things, and you're doing really well. And then Black's just kind of walking casually behind you, saying, "Yep, pretty good." You come across, turn a corner, and you see there in the distance, before, you know, in the street before the next building, there's what looks at first like a gold statue, but then you realize that the head and hands coming out of the statue look like actual, like, living human hands, and he's facing away from you right now, but you hear him saying, someone, little help, please. I have a little bit of a problem here.
How far away is he?
Maybe like 30 feet.
How
You
big is he?
came around a corner, he is in the street. He's a human size, but it looks like his clothes are made of solid gold and they're holding him still like a statue.
Is there anyone else around that we can see?
Nope, not right now. He is calling for help, though.
All right. So I am going to cautiously go up and like behind him and like peek around, say hello.
He's like, hello? Are you one of the new spirits?
Do you need help?
Yes, although I'll confess I'm not exactly sure what to do. How can I... You see, I wanted, some gold, and I wished to one of these new spirits for some gold, and he turned my clothes into gold, and now I can't move. Maybe if you could just help me cut some of it off, and I could move, and I'll give you my shirt color. It's gold now.
Allow me. I'm very good at cutting clothes, as you can tell.
Are you spirits or are you actually kobolds?
Does it matter? You need help.
And what do you think?
I will accept your help if you don't hurt me.
Hold still.
I'll draw out my dagger.
Not a problem. I kind of forced to at the moment.
Now, all I need to do, I think, is cut here, and then here, and this part should follow. Oh, that's your arm. Okay.
Make an
maybe-
intelligence check to try to determine where you should go.
Can I assist?
Yeah. So you can make it with advantage.
So I'll use the 3 because the 1 that I rolled for the second die is probably worse.
All right.
So that's 4 total.
So I'd imagine you've got your dagger in there and you're going, easy. Whoop. It's hard to cut gold with a dagger, it turns out. And so all of a sudden you hear the guy go, ah! And a little bit of blood starts trickling down from that. He's like, please be careful. Oh,
You know, it's easier to cut you than it is to
stinks.
cut the gold, after all.
No.
Oh.
Should not do.
But it's easier.
No. Remember. Do not embarrass.
How about this? Maybe you two could go find someone else who could help me. How about that?
Can we lift the shirt and you slide out?
No, it looks like it's actually fused where it touched his pants. It's fused. It's all one piece now.
Probably poison spray is a bad idea. Fire.
I can make you want to run.
He's kind of like, I'm kind of already there. Just saying.
Can I
can
don't
melt
know.
it.
I don't know what
That
good it would
sounds
do.
unpleasant for me.
Is it pleasant now?
That's a good point, but I would also not injured except for the place that you just cut me just now, which, ow.
Where is the spirit that helped you?
It ran off in that direction somewhere, and he kind of nods with his head.
What did it look like?
Well, it was kind of hard to describe. It had sort of a weird little, I don't know, it's kind of like an animal face, but then it's, I don't know, it was weird. It's a weird little spirit thing. I don't know.
Is it small or medium or...
At this point, you hear what sounds like a human child's voice going, "Look at that guy, his clothes are made of gold!" And then you turn and look and you see a group of like 3 kids hurrying over.
I'm kind of weighing out 2 different bottles. There's like a smaller one with this dark bubbly liquid, and the other one is brighter green.
One of these is probably going to work. I don't know how much of it would have hurt you. Probably a lot.
Hey, little guys. Can you help?
These kids, incidentally, are bigger than you. They look like adolescent humans, but they are still. They've got a foot on you each. And in fact, there's 3 of them, and they kind of just come on up and just say, "Shoo away! We're going to take these guys' gold."
But he just wants the shirt off.
Yeah, we'll do it. Go away. And one of them starts to come at you with that sort of, that whole bully fake punch flinch thing.
I don't need to be rude.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I could take him. Shall we take him, Meg?
No, probably not a good idea. We found you help, mister. Here's your help.
You still owe me the collar. I'll come back for it later.
Okay.
They will help you. Bye-bye.
So, kids, I'll make you the same deal. Like, as you're walking away, you hear him say, "Make you the same deal. You cut me free, I'll give you my collar." And then you hear one of the other kids saying, "Start with his pants!"
The collar's mine.
As you're walking away, you hear Black, who once again managed to not really be anywhere to be seen once that was all just going down, is like, "They were just human children. I can't believe you let them take all that gold."
They were just gonna take his pants.
Well, you know what? We're gonna find the good stuff at the temple anyway. See, Sitslebik's a spirit. He probably likes the spirit stuff. They're gonna have something good at that temple.
Yeah, we find something better.
I already have found something nice. Little cookie man. Poke.
So as you guys are continuing in the direction of the lake, you definitely notice that there's the ground is a lot soggier and muddier as you go, and you can actually see sort of watermarks on the buildings, and you can tell that this area must have been flooded not too long ago. It's still pretty wet.
It's all squishy here. The rocks are better.
Snooky.
I turn back to my cage in the back
Snooky, be sure to hold your breath.
and keep the staff up above the water as well.
Black just says, "Oh, you've named it now? Ugh."
They're easy to train when they have a name, and you can shout at them when they're being bad, and it kind of feels right.
So as you are making your way, you spot a puddle of something where it's all sort of instead of just regular like earth and mud, it looks all sort of black like an oil slick. One as you are getting close, make a perception check.
Yeah.
Both of you.
These never go well for me.
I have an actual training and skill in perception, which means I have a +0.
So I have a 13.
10.
Okay. Meg, you spot in this puddle, just as you're approaching, for just a second, you see a little face appear looking at you, and then it sort of goes back into the puddle. But this puddle doesn't look like it could be any more than an inch deep.
Oh. Things hiding in dark places, not good.
What do you mean? We do that all the time.
Slimy things in dark places, not good.
Where?
So, is there a stick hanging around?
Yeah, I'm sure you could find one.
I would like to find as long a stick as I can. And
You actually find a broom.
okay, that'll work. So I'm going to stand back and poke the puddle with the handle of the broom.
You poke into it, and as you sort of pull back, you see what look like tiny little hands and arms holding on the other end, and then you get in a little tug of war with it. So try to make a strength check to try to pull the broom away.
Let's see. So, I have a -2 to strength. That sucks. 12.
Wow, you actually still beat this thing and pull the broom back out. But as you yank the broom back, and it's now kind of got some like sticky black like tar prints all over it, and you see now that a whole little head emerges from it. It's just a weird, almost like a little goblin shape, except it seems like it's made of this black goo, and it just opens these yellow eyes, and it just says, "Mine! Give it back! Give it back!"
Who are you?
What is that?
Give it back! And we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh no, I knew I should have fireballed that thing. It looks flammable. Do we have any pluses to initiative?
It's just your dex.
probably.
It's the dex. So +2. Okay. So that's 20.
Jeez. 15.
I only roll high when it does not matter. Can I find a cloak? Nope, can't find a cloak when it's right next to me.
Okay, so what you see now is this little creature that is literally, like, you guys are used to being small. This thing is half your size. It's this weird little skinny, slimy, black goblin humanoid shape. And it's like emerged, it's stood up from this puddle that doesn't look like it was deep enough to allow that. Even for this thing. But, so it is, you're up first though, Meg. This thing is aggressively demanding the broom back.
Alright. Just because I don't like things being demanded. I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Okay.
It is a ranged attack, so is that a d20?
Yeah, so it's d20, and it's your +4. Your +4 to spell attacks in your spell.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, come back. +4, you said? 19.
19 hits.
Cool. Hold on. Keep going away from that. That is a... Let's see. I guess it's just a 1d10, is that right?
Well,
Because
yeah.
it says when you reach 5th level, it goes up. So I'm just going to assume...
you are a 3rd level spellcaster, according to those rules.
Alright, that's the d10. Alright, that is a 9.
Alright. That's a pretty good hit on this little critter. So you hit it with the this firebolt, and it sort of knocks it backwards and onto its back, and then it just looks at you with, and then whoop, disappears into its little puddle, and then you hear, and coming up from behind you appears to be this same little thing, and he's gonna just try to. He suddenly disappeared into this puddle and has now appeared somewhere behind you. He's running up to try to just basically punch you with his tiny little fists. He gets a 9.
Yeah, he needs 15. Yeah.
All right, so that was his turn. Zeg, it is your turn.
It doesn't seem that dangerous, so... How close is he?
Give me that broom. It's mine.
How far away is he?
He's basically, I'm going to say you guys are all sort of within 5 feet of each other.
Aha! I try my mighty dagger then.
All right.
Yeah, we have that pack tactics too, right?
Yep.
You don't burn, but maybe you can be poked. Ah.
Yeah, so you do have pack tactics, so it's advantage because you're because Meg's right there.
16.
16 hits. Yep.
Woo! Woo! Amazingly, it's like the same damage that a lark does too. 4 points of piercing.
All right. Oh, sorry. What was the damage?
4 points of piercing.
So you stick your dagger in, haha, and then you try to pull it out, and it seems to be stuck.
Hey, give me
Stuck
that.
in this creature's like tar-like form. So make a strength check to try to pull your dagger back out of it.
Oh, 20. No, sorry, no, 16. I have -2.
It rolled a 1 for its contested check. So what I'm going to say though is you actually go to pull the dagger back, and you just pull it hard enough that you lift this whole thing up with it. And so you're holding your dagger now, and this thing's sort of stuck on the end of it. You can kind of shake it off.
Oh my God.
Make another strength check to try to like shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Shake it off.
So I think it's probably more like, when you drag your knife along to try to scrape the thing off.
Yeah.
You're better than the green slime.
Yeah. So I'll say without too much trouble, you're able to kind of like smear it off back onto the ground. All right, Meg, your turn.
I'm going to firebolt it again because that worked pretty well the first time. That was +4, right?
Yeah.
Was that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. That is a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And a D10. 10.
Yep.
It messed me up because it rolled 0.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, that's not how that works.
Yeah. So you once again shoot out your bolt of fire out of your little scaly paws, and this thing is just sort of blasted back, and it lies back on this little patch of soggy grass, and just kind of says, "I just wanted to sweep," and then it melts into a little puddle of black goo.
Wanted a swee. What's a swee?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go over and take a look at it. Is the puddle still there?
Yep.
Do I have an empty bottle?
Sure. You always carry
Yes,
empty
great.
bottles with you for just such an occasion.
I'm gonna scrape some of it into the bottle.
All right. It's
right.
it's a
Label
lot
you-
like tar.
I shall label you swee.
Maybe he says swim.
He can't swim. He's goo. Who doesn't swim?
Does goo swim in itself?
Lex says, "You guys are sure awfully good at not going to the temple."
It was on the way. It was in a discovery for Sitslebik.
It's your mission, I'm just saying.
You're saying a lot. So, Meg, which way do we go?
That way to the water.
Right.
All right. So make another stealth check, each of you.
I think that fight was very stealthy.
7.
11.
All right. Yeah. As you guys are doing your same little fancy rolls and tiptoeing and everything, at one point, you're saying, "All right, go now," to cross an alley, and just as you cross, you hear someone go, "Ah, kobolds!"
Where? Oh, crap.
Did they run away?
You heard that sound, and then you heard footprints running, or like footsteps running away.
At least they're scared of us.
Yeah.
That makes 2 of us.
One thing you were noticing, though, and that we haven't really talked about as much, is that this town is in chaos. There's all sorts of crazy things happening. Across, further down on the street, you see what looks like, a giant dog with a little kid riding it. There's weird little thunderstorms that are, raining on just like little 20-foot radius areas that are moving around the town. There's, weird-looking people and weird-looking little spirit critters just kind of floating around all over the place.
I could ride a dog.
You rode a dragon. A dog seems like a step down.
But I could have a dog of my own, and I'm never going to have a dragon of my own until my wings grow in.
Sitslebik belongs to all of us.
He doesn't let us ride him very often, though. Because I could ride the dog every day. And that could be the fearsome warrior's egg. Or, well, rider's egg. I'm not really a warrior, but... inventor's egg. Dog rider.
We're not stopping for the dog.
All right.
So, are you continuing then towards the lake?
Yes. We haven't seen any, spirits specifically, aside from the dog, right? Or maybe not.
The dog was bigger than usual, but
it was still a dog?
Well, as far as you can tell, I mean, it's hard to know, because technically Sitslebik is a spirit instead of, a regular mortal dragon, but still a dragon.
Okay.
We could take a look at the dog. Maybe it's a spirit, and we could ask it questions. Like, sit and fetch. Those aren't
No
questions.
dogs. Mama won't let you have a dog. She
We
said
have
no
two?
dogs.
Besides,
Just
that
that-
dog wouldn't even fit in your tunnel. Your tunnel is so small.
I could make the tunnel bigger for a dog.
Let's just go to the temple.
All right.
Cats are better.
As you make your way closer, you realize you've now come to the edge of the town, and you're close to. You can see now the actual, the rim of the lake, and so it's much swampier and muddier here, where it's clearly been underwater for some time and now not anymore. So it's kind of very swampy. But you can see that now that you've reached the lake, the temple itself is right sort of on the transition from land to water, and it's about 120 feet off to your left.
Is anybody around?
You see there's definitely people at the temple, or, milling around the outside of it, but no one where you are.
Well,
Okay.
there it is.
There's the temple. Maybe if we get close enough. Let's see, what does that do? Hold on. See, I need 30 feet on that one. Hold on.
And
I was going to try to
primarily
charm somebody. So
the ground between here and it is not submerged, but just muddy and soft.
Right. So we'll say that the distance between the buildings and the actual water is maybe 30 feet, but that 30 feet of water is of ground is very muddy and swampy.
Okay.
this is going to be messy.
There's mud, of course it's going to be messy. That's not a problem. Like, if I didn't like messy, I wouldn't have this.
And I hold up a bottle full of some sort of burbling green liquid.
You know how messy this was? But you're a good bottle, aren't you? Nice little bottle. Okay.
I am so glad we don't share a room anymore.
You don't like my pets, I know. But they're important.
So,
Right, little
are you
gingerbread man?
making your way through this swampy area towards the temple?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are heading in that direction, and I'm going to have each of you make another perception check.
15.
11.
All right. So the two of you then are making your way through the swamp. Squish, 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 squish.
Look, Meg, it's a cloak. I'm just kidding.
When all of a
Looking
sudden
at
a cluster of what looks like fungus and mushrooms lifts up out of the water, and there's this weird sort of little spindly creature underneath of it with claws and teeth, and it leaps out at you, and it gets a surprise round because you guys did not spot it hiding. So we're rolling initiative again. Yay! And it rolled really low.
I'm sure it's right.
Then you said that's the dexterity?
Yes.
20.
So natural one. So a total of 3.
All right. Okay. So it does still get a surprise round though on both of you, and so what it does first is it jumps out where it has the two of you. Actually, no, this is just one target. So it's going to spray this at you, Meg. It just goes and sends out this stream of just like swamp muck, and it's trying to spray it in your face. So I need a Constitution saving throw.
So I have a +2 on that one. 16.
16. So, although this gets this swamp muck all over you and just basically soaks and stains your brand new shawl here, it does not get in your face the way it was clearly intending. So you are not blinded. However, it does then leap at you and try to slash you with its claws. And that is a 14, which I No, because
Nope.
I know your stats that is not enough. All right, so now we're in regular initiative. It is your turn, Meg.
Let me see. I think I'm gonna hang on to that one and just use Firebolt again.
All right.
Because it's fun. Not quite as fun as, lightning, but, it'll work. You said that was +4. All right. Yeah, well, that's a 10.
A 10 is not enough. It ducks out of the way of your firebolt, which goes into the water with no effect. And so right now this thing is still you're in melee range with it because it had just tried to claw you. Are you going to try to move out of the way or anything?
It's still in melee range, so if I get out of the way, then it'll get an opportunity attack, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, if you stay in melee range, the pack tactics gives Zeg advantage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay put.
All right. It is this thing's turn again. First, let's see if it gets its bog spew back, which is the name of this feature that it has. It does, and so it's going to try to do that again. It's going to try to spray this muck in your face again. So once again, Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm gonna need a shower. That is a +2. 17 that time.
All right, you are once again able to keep it from blinding you, but you are definitely smelling like swamp water now. And it's going to try it again to claw at you, and that time it rolls a 19.
Ah.
And so you're going to take 4 slashing damage.
Come on, pin. Okay. Okay.
So then, Zeg, it's your turn.
Oh no. Oh my grubs. What's going on? Okay. I'm gonna move up beside Meg.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call forth my friends. Buzz, 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 buzz.
Whip out a bag, smash it against the top of the creek, well, in the area, I guess. And out of it, you hear this as a swarm of wasps flows out of the bag.
All right.
The swarm of wasps rolls its own initiative.
Mm-hmm. So
So
go
it got
ahead and roll.
a-
Yeah, that's going to be a +1 to their initiative.
So 7.
All right. Okay. And so that is your action. And you moved up into melee range?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So that makes it Meg's turn again.
I'm gonna go for Firebolt again.
It is a ranged attack. I realized this.
Oh, yeah.
So you would have advantage from having Zeg nearby for pack tactics, but a ranged spell attack would be at disadvantage, so it would be a straight roll.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else. Nothing cool anyway. Let's see, plus...
You're just trying to save your... I don't know why you're being so stingy with your spell slots here.
Because I have no idea what you're going to throw at us, so... That is a 16 that time.
Okay, 16 does still hit.
Yes. Okay. D10. That one. 1.
All right. Basically, all of this cluster of mushrooms on its back, you basically knock one of them off. You're gonna go splash. And this time, let's see, does not get its bog spew back that time, so it's just gonna bite and claw at you.
Great.
That's a 24.
Ouch.
Claws. And that time is 8 slashing damage. And the bite is a crit.
Oh, wow.
And that is going to be another 9 piercing damage.
Ouch. So that is... I'm down to 6 hit points.
Jeez.
Yes.
Good thing you're being stingy with your spell slots. Right?
I don't have any healing things either. Like,
Neither of you
this
do.
sucks.
All right. So that makes that was the Myrmal's turn. So next time, so next is actually. Oh, so you know what? The wasps should have gone first. So let me go ahead and do the wasp's turn.
Sounds like the ambulance is on your way. It's fine. You'll be all right.
Roll the attack for the wasps as they try to swarm
Swarm
this
in
thing.
20.
Okay, yeah. So that's yeah, that's 8d4 then.
All right. I don't have 8d4, so let's keep rolling these two. So that's...
Oh wait, no. So it should be half because the swarm of wasps has 11 hit points. So it's 4d4. Because you had basically a half swarm in your bag.
Yeah. So it does 11 points of damage.
Yeah. It does not like that at all. It's so it it is got lots of growing welts on it as it bit and slashed at you, Meg. All right, so Zeg, it is your actual turn again.
Actually, you roll to see if the swarm disperses.
Oh,
There's a 50% chance of going away. Well, it's a 50%. Okay. I can roll it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the just a d20 up and down.
So high is bad. I rolled a 5. The swarm stayed around.
All right.
Get him, Buzz, Buzz, Buzz.
Okay. So it is your actual turn though now. That was the swarm.
Oh, I was too busy cheering. All right. Well, they've got him fully in where I want him, so I will take my dagger out. Ha ha ha! Oh, it's got a little bit of black goo on it still. Oh, well.
It's a little bit sticky.
That is a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
Whew. For 4 points of piercing
All right.
damage.
Was that with advantage?
No, it was not.
Yeah, I was going to roll again to see if it's great.
It's not.
Okay. All right. Meg, it is your turn again.
I need to get out of here.
You can disengage.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Disengage
Everybody
is a
does.
thing that you can always do. That's not a special
It takes your
feature.
action.
It's you use your action to move away without taking an opportunity attack, but you don't get your own attack.
Oh.
That's something you can always do, even with your regular character, by the way.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I've been playing
it's-
for a year and I had no idea.
You can also dodge, which basically has you stay where you are, but makes any attack against you have disadvantage.
Like Nira ever steps back out of a battle.
It's in the same way, like when you dash, you use your action to move, double movement. It's like that. Disengage and dodge.
Okay, I'm going to do that then because
Okay,
I'm going to be dead soon.
All right. Yeah. So you disengage, you move away.
We got this.
All right. So it is actually the wasp's turn now. So they roll another attack.
12, I believe. Plus... No, 11. Plus 3.
12 is not enough this time, so they are not able to sting it more.
Okay.
It has splashed mud all over itself, and they're not able to get through it. All
I
right.
rolled a 4, so they stay around for a little while longer.
Okay, so it is its turn, and it is actually going to try to... It's swatting at the wasps. And so it's going to use its claws twice on the wasps. So that's a 22 for the first one, and it's going to do 8 damage to the wasps.
What kind of damage?
It's slashing damage.
Okay, they are resistant to slashing, so...
Okay, so 4. That makes sense. Like you just swing your sword through a swarm of insects.
Yeah.
It's not going to have the same. All right. So and then
they
it's
don't
going
have
to
a
do
lot of
that
hit points.
again. And that's a 16
That's a hit.
for another 7. So that another 3.
My wasps are still alive.
All right,
Only-
your turn, Zeg.
Okay. I will stab at thee with my tiny little dagger.
No advantage this time.
No, and 12 total.
Okay. Actually, you would still have advantage because technically the wasps are your ally.
They aren't incapacitated.
Yeah.
So that is a 20 to hit total.
All right. Yeah, that hits definitely.
They're covering up openings for me
Yeah.
for 6 points of piercing damage.
All right. Yeah, this thing looks like it is almost dead. All right. All right. So, Meg, you're up again. You are now at a range distance, and you still have the wasps are still around it. Oh, roll for the wasps to see if they disperse.
Oh, didn't I do that?
Didn't you? Did you do it
It's
for
at
the
the-
second turn?
Yeah, there was a 4 on the second one.
Okay, good. Never mind then. Okay, Meg.
I'm going to use Firebolt since it's looking pretty rough.
All right.
And I got a 17.
All right, 17 hits.
Dude, I can't breathe. Like this congestion is killing me. That is an 8.
All right. The 8 kills it. So
Yay!
I would say that the firebolt basically blasts its head off, and you realize that it's just got weird sort of spongy fungus material inside instead of like blood or anything, and then it just kind of splashes back down into the water and the mud.
Am I still holding that broom? Just curious.
Are you?
Well, I
holding it
didn't
like a
say I
staff?
put it down.
You fought for
So-
that.
You've got it like a staff.
I am going to like walk up with the broom and just like smash it a whole bunch.
Oh, I have to find another nest.
Black just says, I can't believe you let that thing almost kill you. You didn't even know disengage? That's like basics. And that thing was stupid. It didn't even try to just go under the water to get away from the wasps.
Oh. Oh, that would have been bad. Bye-bye. Buzz. Until next time. I gotta find another wasp nest. Hey, you look terrible.
So I'm going to like do some of this off my face and like fling it at him.
I put the hood of my cloak down.
You want to take another sample? Here you go.
What does it taste like?
Ugh. Worse than your cave mushrooms.
Yeah, that's awful.
No.
Do you want to rest? You look awful. Like, really bad.
Black is like, rest? What are you talking about? The temple's right there.
Yeah, but parts of her over there and a little bit splashed over that way.
All right, well, rest if you guys feel like you need to, but I'll certainly
I'm
be taking
okay.
notes on your permanent records. I'm just saying.
So I'm looking at the temple. I wonder if it gets later if those people will leave.
They can't see as well in the night, so we can use that too.
Black says, that sounds like a rationalization to me.
I don't
You
know what
want
that
to
is.
walk up into a crowd of humans?
We don't have forever. We have to rendezvous with Sitslebik when he's done with his meeting.
Well, when's that going to be?
I don't know.
Well, good. It's enough time then.
So I can use hit dice during the short rest, right?
Yes.
Do we have hit dice?
Yes, you do. You each have 5d6 hit dice.
Right. I just need a breather. Just give me 1 minute.
Where are you taking this rest? You just sitting in the mud?
Well, what's around? Like we only just started walking out there,
so
right?
you emerged from the buildings where there's kind of buildings all in a row about the same distance from the water because that's, the way they built them originally.
Is there a dock or something that might be out of the water that we could hide underneath?
There's one much closer to the temple, but it might be hard to get to it without attracting attention. You could try to stealth there.
Let's head towards a building that looks unoccupied.
Okay. Make a perception check to try to find an unoccupied building.
This always goes well.
4.
That one looks fine.
10.
There's lights on inside.
How are you getting in?
Is there a door?
There's a door.
I will knock on the door.
Nobody answers.
I will try the handle.
It's locked.
Shit. Do they have a yard or like a building out back, like anything? Like
It looks like there's a garden shed.
I'm going to go for the garden shed.
All right. There's tools and stuff like farming implements, like hose and pitchfork and stuff.
Nothing as good as my dagger.
Can I take the pitchfork?
Yeah.
Seems better
pretty
than a
big for you.
broom.
But you can have it. I mean, it's literally like twice your size.
Is there something that's closer to my size?
Make a perception check.
16.
Here's a machete.
Oh! Come at me, mushroom bros.
He was just trying to entirely
Machete. I'll go ahead and say that you still count as proficient with it, and it's essentially going to be a short sword rather than a dagger for you. So it'll be a D6 instead of a D4.
Cool. Alright. And so we're going to take our short rest?
Yeah.
So, using all 5 of my hit die, I get back 17. So that puts me at 23. Okay. So, how long does that last? Like an hour?
Yeah. It takes an hour.
All right.
Just peer out the edge of the door at the temple to see if there are changes in people, and as it's getting darker.
It does actually look like it's clearing out a little bit, but there's still 3 people that look like they're basically hanging out right near the main entrance to the temple, and they haven't moved for a while.
Maybe there's a back way?
Throughout that whole rest, by the way, I think Bleck was just kind of sitting there sort of very at ease, occasionally inspecting his claws and just kind of looking at you just like,
Well, if this is how you guys want to spend your time.
Have you ever been injured, Black? Like really, really injured? No?
I'm too tough to be injured.
Okay. Then let's not start now, shall we?
Okay? I'm just saying, this is your big chance. This is your privilege to go on this mission. I'm just trying to help you, but whatever.
Alright. So, let's see. We need to come up. I think walking straight up the front is a bad idea.
I mean, we might be able to take them.
No. I am not down with that idea.
so each of you, we'll say you guys are at about 60 feet, and you're hidden for now. Each of you make a perception check.
We just have to look. 14.
So you see that there is the main entrance, which has some steps up, and that's where these 3 people who are wearing blue robes are standing. There is also on this side of the building, this sort of like pyramid shape, there is a second floor doorway with like a wooden platform up near it, but you would have to climb up a ladder to get to the platform, and it's pretty like there's a lot of like open area around it, and it's right near the water too.
But there is a ladder, right?
There is a ladder, yeah.
So look there. If we go in there, we don't have to talk to those humans.
Or fight them. Okay. Okay. I can probably manage the ladder.
I shoulder my 2 cages and 5 different bags.
As you guys are kind of standing there having this conversation, conversing about it, you hear from behind you a little voice going, "What you doing?" And you turn, and it's this a very strange creature that looks a little bit like a tiny jellyfish, about maybe 6 inches in diameter, just floating in the air. But it's also got 2 eyes on stalks coming out of the top of it, and it's just kind of looking at you, sort of quizzically, like one eye stalk looking directly at each of you.
I need to figure out if I've got a bag big enough.
We wanted to see inside the temple.
It's
But
pretty neat in there.
Yeah, we don't think the humans will let us go see, though.
Maybe not. They seem really mad.
Why are they mad?
They liked the old spirit.
What happened to the old spirit?
He exploded.
Really? They can do that?
Sometimes. I guess so. I'm only about a few hours old, so I don't know.
Who are you? What are you?
The 2 eyes on the stalks kind of looked down like it hadn't like, oh, weird. Hadn't really looked at itself before. I
Yep.
guess I'm one of these things.
Okay.
Are you friendly?
Seems pretty
Maybe?
friendly.
I don't think I've ever had a friend before.
We could be friends. Do you want to be friends?
That sounds fun. What do we do?
Do you know the temple?
Yeah, kind of. I sort of retain an ancient elemental ancestral memory from the time that I was a giant kraken spirit, but only a little bit.
That's heavy.
Is it?
My brain feels heavy.
Do you think you can show us the temple?
One of the little tentacle like pseudopods kind of points at it. It's right there.
No, the inside.
Well, you'd have to go over there. I can't show you from here.
Will you come with us?
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to go first, or should we go first?
It puffs out a little cloud of spores and it says, I don't know. You go first, maybe.
What are those?
And it kind of looks around again. It's like, ooh, I don't know. There may be mind control spores or something.
Mind control.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
It's never really happened before. You asked me to make a decision, and I wasn't sure what was happening.
Oh.
Could you maybe tell the people to go away?
Which people?
The ones in front of the temple.
I could. Is that what friends do?
Oh yes, that would be very, very friendly of you.
Should I try to use my spores on them?
Sure.
Yes.
Try all the things. That's my motto.
Okay, should I go do that now?
Yes.
Yes. Come back and tell us what happens.
All right, so this little jellyfish thing just basically starts kind of floating off. It doesn't move very fast. It only moves like, maybe a third of your walking speed, but it's kind
This
of
could take a while.
hovering, putt, 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 putt. It's hovering over in the direction of those guys. And then you can't really hear anything, but what you see from, your 60-foot distance is you see it sort of float over. You see these 3 guys see it coming and start kind of reacting like they're in slightly more like waving to get it away, and you hear some indistinct shouting, and then you hear a little bit of indistinct, and then it sort of floats over them a little bit, and then the 3 guys just kind of start dazedly walking in random directions. One of them walks into the water and just falls face first into the mud, and the other 2 kind of wander off into town. And you hear from a distance, okay, I told him.
Yes.
I like our new friend.
Our new friend is fun.
Let us run.
Splash, splash,
All right.
splash, 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 splash.
Yeah. As you run over there, you realize that the one guy that fell in the mud is basically. You see, he's just sort of lying in the mud like he's confused, and bubbles are going out of the mud. He's
Should
not-
we help him?
He's
That guy
fine.
looks like he's having a problem.
I'm going to go over and like kind of kick him over so he's on his back instead of his face.
All right.
Sitslebik says hello.
He barfs up swamp water into your face.
Because of course he does.
But then he just sort of his pupils seem extremely dilated when he looks up at you, and he just says, "Are you an angel?"
No, she doesn't have her wings.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Shut up. Yes, I am.
I thought so. He just kind of stares at you.
Okay, great talk. Let's go.
Bye now.
Then this little spirit is just like, "Did I do it right? Are we friends now? Is that what friends do?"
We are friends. Thank you.
I'm Zeg. She's Meg. That one's Black. What's your name?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had a name. Maybe you could give me a name.
I'm good at naming.
Yes,
I'm
you're
gonna
good at
call
naming.
You. Ploof. Ploof is your name.
I like it.
As
I
in
don't
Ploof
know.
is in the pudding. I like pudding.
What's pudding?
Oh, it's
Oh,
very
it's-
good.
Great. It's kind of like water that's sort of half frozen and mostly sugar.
And very sweet is very good.
We will give you
Okay.
some.
I want to see the temple now.
Yes, do you want to
Yes.
come with us?
Okay.
So as you you're just going up the front entrance.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So as you go up these steps and enter this room, you can see first of all that a lot of what furniture this place used to have is kind of soggy and ruined. Like it's not flooded anymore, but it was flooded at one point. But this room is sort of a little vestibule that has doors that go off to the left and to the right.
Which way do we go?
I think this is the room where people would come and say hi to each other before they put their fancy robes on.
Ooh, I like fancy robes.
Maybe another cloak. Let's go. Let's go
That
left. That way.
And so I go right.
Do you split up or do you go to the right?
Oh, I'll follow where it goes.
All right. You hear Black mumbling to himself.
Mental note: teach the recruits left from right.
Does it really matter in the end?
So as you go into that room, you see that it does seem to be a changing room, but there's a wooden bench that looks like very waterlogged and a little bit rotten, and all of these little vestibules are still kind of dripping, and there are some robes in there, but they're soggy and kind of mildewy.
I like mine better.
Yeah, yours is not covered in swamp water and mud.
You like
Nope.
things better when they're not covered with swamp water and mud?
I do like things better, yes.
I don't think you're gonna like the spirit in there then.
What spirit is in there?
This is big spirit covered with swamp water and mud. Also plants.
Ooh,
Is he friendly?
Not really. He's kind of a jerk. But he's got the old spirit's big old gem.
Yeah.
So some of these people think that means that he's like still a version of the old spirit.
What do you know about the gem?
It's a big old gem. It's green.
Green. I like green. I like gems, too.
Do you like the spirit? You don't like him, do you?
He's a meanie.
Do you want to help us get rid of him?
How do you do that?
Well, I don't know. Usually setting things on fire works for me.
Yeah?
How's that sound to you?
Seems like you don't need my help for that. I don't know how to set things on fire.
Well, I set the things on fire. He does other things.
I do other things.
Okay.
We
You've
work
already-
together. We're a team. We're friends.
So he's
Yeah.
in there, and some of the other people are in there trying to get him to listen to their prayers.
Oh, there are other people.
They should listen to you instead.
I don't
You
know
are
what I
much
would tell
nicer.
them.
Maybe tell them something like what you told the ones outside. To just sort of go away.
I could.
If they
Well,
ask you
I'm-
things,
I think I made myself a little bit tired with those spores. I don't think I could do that again today.
Oh, well.
well,
That's
if they
okay.
ask you things instead of the big spirit, maybe you can help them.
I don't think they'll listen to me.
Ugh. Why not?
Because I'm just a little guy and I don't look a little bit like that spirit. He has tentacles and stuff. It makes them think that maybe he's like the old spirit. Plus he has the gem, which kind of gives him credibility.
The gem's pretty solid. But maybe we can take the gem, and then when he doesn't have the gem, they'll listen to you instead.
Okay. Is
If
that
we
what
have the
friends
gem.
do?
Well, yes, and if those people, if they ask you things, then you can help them instead of the spirit that is not listening to them. And it will make you much powerful.
Okay.
Small things are mighty.
They are. And with the gem, maybe Sitslebik will finally give us our wings.
Black kind of, that's not how it works.
You don't know. Are you ready?
What are we doing?
I guess. I'm going to crack open the door and look outside to see what I can see.
So from this changing room, what you see is just another hallway with it links up with the other changing room that was on the other side from where you came in. But midway at the midpoint of the hallway is the door that if you as players recall visiting this same temple as your other selves, that
Nira
door
did
is-
some epic smashing in this
Yeah.
temple. Great.
Yeah, so that's the door that
Only-
it's the mid-level of this sanctuary area. So
Is there
basically,
anybody out in the hall?
No one in the hallway, but you do hear voices, and what you hear is, "Oh, great spirit, please help us to restore order to our town." And then a voice say,
Oh, great spirit, please help us restore order to our town. That's what you sound like.
"Please, spirit, we're just trying to live and be at peace with the spiritual order of things."
Yeah, well, that's a little disruptive. It's a little too late for that. So, you guys better be more interesting or else I'm going to get angry.
I look into the hallway. I look back at Bleck. I realize they're done by the same voice actor.
This is the spirit of Cartman.
Yeah,
You
Black
want
says,
to
I think I like the sound of this guy.
The spirit of Cartman repels you.
Okay. So can we sneak around? And maybe we can grab the gem.
Maybe get these people out. Tell them there is better. There is better. We should tell them about Sitslebik. Sitslebik is better,
I know
and our
that.
friend is better.
I know that, and you know that, but how do them that?
"Who's Sitslebik?"
Oh, he's also our friend.
He is a mighty river and a dragon.
Cool.
He's great. He's great. He's great.
He flies and has dragon wings, and he's got these shiny, shiny teeth, and also some claws that are really big.
Maybe you could be friends with Sitslebik too.
Maybe. Lots of times spirits don't always get along so well.
You get along with us, don't you?
Are you spirits?
No, but we're really close to Sitslebik, and if you get along with us, then you probably get along with him.
Okay.
But not him. And I point to Black.
He's something else entirely.
What was it? It was Ploof. Ploof was, I think, the name.
Ploof, yes.
Settles in, kind of leans in really close, and has this obnoxiously loud, like stage whisper sort of thing.
I think your friend is kind of a jerk.
Black just kind of scowls, like.
Meg just kind of turns
right
around
here.
and
I think he heard you.
Really? It was my first time whispering. I'm not very good at it yet. I need to practice.
Yes, you do.
I'm not disputing what he said, but
Okay.
At this point, you hear a voice in the sanctuary go, "Who's that talking in the chamber? Go check it out."
Oh,
And then you
like,
hear
everybody
footsteps
hide.
coming up the step. Are you ducking back into the changing room?
yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide.
Hey, Ploof, here's your chance to help somebody else. And they will like you. You could
Okay.
be friends.
What should I do?
Just act friendly.
To the
Yeah, that should
people
do it.
out there?
Somebody is coming. So we will talk to them.
We will.
So did you ducked back in the changing room? Did you close the door? What are you doing here?
I'm actually not gonna shut it all the way.
Okay. So you basically hear a woman's voice coming down the hallway and just saying, "Hello? Who is it? Who's there? Who's there?"
I would like to cast Charm
Poof!
Person.
Okay. So you sort of wait until she makes eye contact and then cast Charm Person.
Yes.
Okay. What saving throw does she make?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. That's a 14.
And I have a DC of 12.
Oh, alas, no. So you see her face kind of go slack for a second, and then kind of shakes. Just, oh, what are you doing here? Are you spirits too? Get out! This is a shrine to Lake Elamon. Get out!
Oh, we
Waves a little tentacle.
we have a spirit of Lake Elamont. He is much nicer. You should listen. He is friendly.
Make a persuasion check.
Trying not to fight them. What is the
Charisma.
charisma? So I have a +2. So that's a 19.
So you get the sense as you say that, much nicer, and she kind of turns and looks at this one. He just waves a little tentacle. Hi.
Much more helpful, yes.
She just kind of says, "Well, it would have to be nicer than the one that's in there."
Oh yes, that one is a jerk.
Where did you
Ploof.
all come from? What are you doing here?
Oh, our friend Ploofs wanted to show us the temple.
Okay. So
Ploof is nice.
Hi. Can we be friends?
she just kind of gives her own sort of confused little wave. I have to confess that I am not really a fan of the spirit that's in there. And if we're really just trying to build up a new spirit to worship here for the lake, I would prefer it start with a nicer one. So,
Ploof is nice. Ploof is very nice.
how do we do that?
Zank,
Probably-
how do they do that?
Probably carve up the big bad one.
That would be a start.
Anyway.
Yes. And we believe, right? You believe. Belief makes strong.
And then Bloomf kind of just says, You believe in me?
I believe you're a friend.
Good enough. It gets a little bigger.
Ooh. I don't
This
know
woman
if
is just kind of saying, I'm just gonna go. So.
Wait, go.
And she basically goes back out through the door of the changing room that you guys came in, like she's heading back to the front of the temple.
Okay,
Well.
we just have to do that a couple more times.
Should we wait?
You go what?
Maybe make some noise and see if someone else comes.
Probably.
Okay. So I'm gonna open the door again. And I'm just gonna, I guess, yell, Hey! Hey!
I'm right here.
Shh, not you, shh. Hey!
Should I yell too? Hey!
What are we yelling?
And then
What are
you
yelling
hear the
for?
other voices, and the man's voice is like, What is keeping Jenny? Jenny, what is it? And then you
Ducking
hear the
back
spirit in there just say, She seems like kind of a loser, can't even check out a sound and come back.
That guy really is a jerk.
That's no way to talk about Jenny. Or whatever her name was.
Hey, if you guys want to be my worshippers, go kill whoever that is.
But I don't want to... Oh, wait. He wasn't talking to us.
And you hear some voices kind of grumbling like, oh, come on, man. Okay, well, all right. And you hear the stomping up the hallway. You hear what sound like a couple of heavy sets of footprints or footsteps.
I really want Charm Person to work. I really want to do this.
All right. Are you going to wait for these guys to come through then again?
Yeah.
All right.
We will just wait and look unimposing, like unthreatening. Just be very calm, smiling. I don't know. Like I think kobolds might be a little disconcerting if they smile. But
yeah, so you see a couple more guys come through. They're wearing these bright blue robes that look a little bit waterlogged, but they're wearing them anyway. And they actually open the door and they're like taken aback because whatever it was that they expected to see, it was not 3 kobolds and a weird little jellyfish thing.
Hello.
Who are you? Where's
Have you
Jenny?
met Ploof?
Get out of here!
Have you met Ploof?
Hi,
Have you met Ploof?
I'm Ploof. Apparently, I just got a name. It's pretty good.
It sounds like you're dealing with a jerk in there. And Ploof is not a jerk out here.
Not a jerk. Jenny said he was not a jerk.
The guy who seemed to be leading the charge of these two just kind of says, "All right, come on, Steve. You heard what he said." And they both take out daggers.
I am going to use Charm Person with Subtle Spell.
Okay.
So I'm going to use a sorcery point.
All right. Yeah. So you are casting this spell without it being obvious that you are casting a spell. And are you using it on like the main guy, the leader guy?
Yeah.
All right. So he's making a wisdom saving throw.
Yes. Please work. Please work. Please work.
11.
Yes.
All right. So he basically takes his dagger and he's kind of stepping towards you menacingly, and then just kind of blinks. Oh.
Hi.
Oh, wait. Oh, hi. Like, when did you get here? This is so weird,
Ploof.
right? Like, we were just doing a
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Ploof here. He wanted to show us the temple.
Oh, yeah? Well, come on in. Yeah, I'll show you around. We can all we can all do it together. And, by the way, his friend is staring there looking at him like, what are you talking about? Oh, come on. No, these guys are cool. I mean, I don't know about these guys, but this one, look at her. Look at her. I mean, she's got Look at that. She's a cute little thing. I mean, like, well, come on. Like, I'm sure if we bring her in, the spirit's not gonna mind her. I mean, and you know, if these other guys are with them, with her, then that's yeah. What are we doing? Come on, let's all go in and worship the spirit together.
Yeah, we're all just friendly. We're friends. We're all friends.
I'm a friend.
And the other guy is just kind of like, Spirit just told us to kill them.
But he's kind of a jerk.
He's not met us yet.
Um,
Usually they want to kill us after they met us.
Ploof is nicer. You should meet. Have you met
that
Ploof?
other guy is going to say,
Have you met
yeah,
Ploof?
I'm out. And he turns and he goes back towards the hallway, towards this, like, back towards the sanctuary. And then, you know, the main guy that you have charmed is just like, oh, you know, don't mind him. It's just, you know, it's been a kind of a day, you know. There's a lot going on, right?
What's going on?
Well, like, the main spirit, just, the spirit of Lake Elon, something's going on, right? Like, he's not acting like himself. There's all these other little spirits around, and we're just trying to, you know, get him back to where he was.
Well, Ploof said Elamond exploded.
Yeah. Boom.
Well,
Splat.
and Ploof just says, "Hi, I'm Ploof. Yep, he exploded. I'm a piece of him." And
Ploof is nice. He's a nice piece.
well, you know, I mean, I guess if he's a friend of yours, should we
Oh,
all
yeah,
go in
yeah.
and meet the other spirit?
Is this spirit? Is he gonna hurt us?
Sounds
Hey.
like a jerk.
You know, I'll just between you and me, like, he did tell us to kill you. I mean, I'm just saying, he didn't know you like I know you, but you know, I don't know what he wants. I mean, I'm sure if he met you, he'd see how cool you are.
Not as cool as Ploof.
Yeah, Ploof is cool. Have you met
Hi, I'm
Ploof?
Ploof.
Ploof might be able to help you. Whatever you know, that other spirit might not be able to help you. Ploof might be able to help you. Have you asked Ploof? Have you talked to Ploof?
Hi, I'm Ploof. I haven't talked to Ploof, but I mean, it's how spirits work, right? We believe in them. They're shaped by. I mean, the old spirit was old, but I mean, we can't have this chaos that's going in our town right now. I mean, so like this guy, he has the gem in there, so we thought.
Well, what if he doesn't have the gem anymore?
Well, but he does have the gem.
And what kind of jerk believes in that kind of jerk? That seems wrong.
I know you're not a jerk, man.
This guy just turns back to Meg and says, "What's with this guy? He just called me a jerk."
Oh no! You heard him wrong. It's like you. I know you're not a jerk.
And he turns back to you, Zeg, and says, "You're lucky you have her to vouch for you, because
Usually. But you said he was a jerk, right? And people believe in them and they become what they believe. So which people
I didn't
believe
say
he
he's
should be
a
a
jerk.
jerk? Oh. I thought
Well,
he
he said to come and kill us. That's not very nice.
it's kind of a jerk move.
Like I said, he doesn't know you like I do. So I think if we all just go in there, we can just explain the whole misunderstanding. It'll all be fine."
This is gonna go so badly.
Maybe
I mean,
Ploof could
seriously, you know,
explain it.
like, none of the other spirits out there. This one is at least, he's in the temple. You know, if we just pray to him like we pray to the old one, he'll be back to normal in no time.
Ploof is in the temple. Should
Hi,
pray to
I'm
him
Ploof.
instead. He's nicer.
He does seem nice, but I'm also interested in the spirit being able to calm down all the chaos outside. Can Ploof do that? I don't think so.
Well,
Maybe
not yet.
Now,
Not yet.
He's kind of just a Ploof.
But small things are mighty.
Doesn't seem like you're getting very far with the jerk that's in there.
So, are you gonna come with me? I mean, you know, he's gonna ask where I've been, and I don't really want to.
Did he ask where Jenny went?
But I mean, come on, just what?
He didn't ask where Jenny went, did he?
Well, he thought Jenny went to investigate what was going on. Well, you guys
Oh
know
yeah, yeah.
that. Did
She
she come
came
through
in.
here?
Yeah, she came to talk to us. She's cool.
She just laughed.
Yeah.
It's like she didn't believe in that jerk or something.
You know,
She thought Ploof was cool.
between you and me, you guys, I would, ixnay on the Urtj when you go in there and talk to him. I'm just saying he's a little touchy right now.
I speak to him in Draconic, thinking that's what he's trying to say to me.
Say what now?
Oh,
Maybe we should just go see.
hard to translate, really.
All right, well, come on. I'm sure this will all clear everything up.
This is gonna go so badly.
My camera's not focusing on me. Okay, there we go. He leads you then back through that door into that little hallway and into the sanctuary. And he just says, "Hey, Spirit, guess what? There's a bunch of little dragon guys and another spirit that says his name is Floof.
Ploof.
Ploof.
Sorry, Ploof." And as you guys enter that room, you see that this chamber, you can see the watermark where it had been half flooded before. It is now, drained down so that there's only water in the well that's kind of in the center of this main audience chamber. But then sitting like in the opening of this well is what looks like a sort of an octopus made of kelp, but it is the size of like a horse, and it's holding this green glowing gem, and it just says, "What are you talking about? I told you to kill them. Where is everybody? What is going on? Kill them now."
That's not a very nice thing to do.
Hey, we just came to talk.
And he's just like, "Come on, you guys. Look, I'm so sure you guys are going to just love each other if you just have a conversation."
Have you met Ploof?
And this octopus just says, "Fine. Looks like I'm just going to have to do it. Worthless worshippers." And we're going to roll initiative.
We're all gonna
It
die.
was really a game of how long can we stall initiative?
It really was, yeah. And in the spirit of things, I roll an 18.
17. I'm not going dead last this time.
Okay. All right. This spirit goes first, and it rises up out of the well, and it looks like it's swimming in the water, except that it's just in air, but its motion is like slow and fluid, like it's underwater. And it's actually just going to swoop up towards you, Zeg, and lash out at you with one of its tentacles.
No. That's
And I
never
get a
good.
14.
I'm a
Back
Swift
out of the
Zeg.
way. All right, that was its first turn. So next is Meg.
All right. You attacked my brother, you jerk, and I'm going to use Scorching Ray.
All right, so are you going to? Are you backing out so you're not in melee range? Because it's a ranged spell attack again.
Yeah, I'm not really sure like where we're at with this because we had just walked in,
Right.
so I don't
was
know.
thinking you were both standing next to each other, and it sort of swam in the air up to Zeg, so you're all within 5 feet of each other now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll back up a little bit, and I know that's gonna...
Yeah, it does whip out with a tentacle at you as you move away with a 12, so it misses.
Yep. And then ranged attack, so that's a
Alright.
+4.
Yeah.
So it's 3 of them, right?
Yeah,
3
so
rays of fire?
You roll for all 3.
Right.
For each of them, I should say.
So I have a 22. So it's a +4.
Yeah, a 22 hits.
Yeah, and then another 22.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled 2 18s in a row. It's
Great.
great. And that one's a 12.
Okay, the 12 misses, but the
Yeah.
first 2 hit.
Takes 2d on a hit. The target takes 2d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So that is an 8 and 11.
Wow. Yeah, so you reach out your hand, and two of these bright, blinding, fiery rays of light shoot out from your hand and strike this thing and burn some of this kelpie covering away. And you can see that there's this weird sort of black slime underneath the kelp that sort of reforms a little bit, leaving like a scorched scar where it was. It's more just like it kind of oozed back together, not like it healed.
Ew, gross. It's like that puddle thing.
And it just kind of says, "Ah, how dare you!"
More slime. Ugh.
Zag, it is your turn. This thing is floating in the air about 5 feet away from you.
And there's also the two humans too, right?
One of them is he is off, looking a little bit like he's unsure what to do. But the one that you had charmed is still kind of saying, "Well, hold on, guys, come on, calm down. We don't have to do this." But it's not their turn yet.
Okay.
Such a playground of things to try. It's right in front of me, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I will be. Who's going to come out? I think Footy Liggy's going to do this one. I'm going to bring out my small little basket. It's only very small, very, very small. But it's filled with all kinds of Footy Leggy.
And I throw down my basket of centipedes before it.
Okay. It is floating in the air. Are you throwing it like onto it?
It's not like it's floating in the air. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try to. I guess cover it in centipedes.
Because it's I'll say it's going to be able to move away fairly easily, but it will temporarily be in that space.
Okay.
Okay. Roll an initiative for your centipedes.
It's a +1, right? So 12.
Yeah. All right. That actually makes them go next.
Footy Leggy, to the fighting.
All right. So they make their attack roll.
Yeah. There's no indication of what they're. I think it's just swarm of insects. The same.
Yeah. It's a swarm of insects. Yeah.
So, go for it, Footy Leggy.
Not one.
Okay. Yeah. Basically, all of these centipedes burst out of the basket and sort of just rain down back onto the floor around this thing, and it just kind of looks down and just, what was that? And you hear Black just say, "Yeah, I didn't like that one either."
You stay out of this.
So at this point, the other cultist is going to run up and try to attack you, Meg, with his he's got a scimitar now in his hand.
Hey, I'm trying to help you. Hey.
That's only a 9 though, so he misses. And his buddy though is still he's still trying to calm everybody down, and he's not making much headway. He's just kind of like, "Come on, guys! Look, I'm sure there's a way to resolve this." I'm trying to remember if it lasts an hour. No, he does not get any additional attempts to throw it, so he is just still trying to calm everybody down. Okay. It's like, Pete, you don't have to do this. It doesn't have to go this way. All right. That makes the spirit's turn again, and it's actually, let's see. You see as it sort of twirls around in the air, it moves away from those centipedes, and I'm going to say they don't get an opportunity attack because it's floating above them. But then it starts to spray out this sort of weird spectral inky cloud in a 20-foot radius that encompasses the both of you.
What about Pete or Steve, or which one? I can't keep them straight.
Yeah, he is down. He is run down to try to get in between the other cult. So the cultist that attacked Meg is within the cloud. The charmed one is not.
Okay.
And then the spirit here, you sense it moving in the air around you, and then you hear Meg. You hear sort of a whisper saying, "Two can play at that game," and I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! Not my strong suit. Actually, that's a 17. So
Okay, yeah, you find yourself at first thinking, "Hey, we made friends with one spirit. We can make a friend with this spirit too." But then you shake it off. It's like, "Wait, no, it's trying to kill us." All right, so that was its turn. It is your turn now, but you are blinded by this sort of inky smoke that's hovering in the air all around you.
Wait.
So you can make an attack against it
So-
with disadvantage because you can't see it.
Didn't you say that the friendly cultist was in between me and the one that was attacking?
No, he's not in between. He's trying to persuade his friend. But
Oh.
his friend is within melee of you.
Okay, let's see. How does that one work? Hold on. Well, I can't see him, so I can't use poison spray. I don't know what to do here. Can I make an
You could try running out of the inky smoke that's keeping you from seeing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because I don't have. And can I use Nah. Well, I can use the dash action at the end of my turn. So if I cast Expeditious Retreat, but I don't know.
Are you just moving to get out of the?
Yeah, I'll just do that because I
Alright.
can't see anything, so I can't do anything.
A tentacle does whip out at you, and gets a 13. He's rolling really poorly, honestly. And I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw, because this room is full of stairs.
Yeah. And my dex is a +2, 19.
Yeah, you find yourself starting to stumble down some stairs, but then you manage to turn it all into this nifty little backflip, and you land on the base of the the bottom level of this sanctuary area in the Olympic position, and you're now out of the smoke.
Can I see?
If you turn around,
dude?
yeah, you can see that there's this sort of spherical 20-foot radius spherical cloud of this inky smoke, but you can kind of make out shapes moving within it.
Okay.
All right. You hear Floof say, "This is neat." All right. So that was Meg's turn. Moving. Did you want to try to take an action, or are you?
Well, if I can kind of see things moving, I'm going to aim for the biggest one and use Firebolt.
All right. Make your attack.
That's a +4, so that's only a 12.
Unfortunately, your firebolt sails into the ink, but doesn't seem to contact anything.
Dang it.
All right, Zeg, you're up.
Okay, so I can see nothing.
You can see inky smoke.
Inky smoke is bad. I will try to get out of the inky smoke.
All right. So I'm going to have you first. Our subject. No, actually, he used his reaction this turn, so no opportunity attack. So I am going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw to not fall down the stairs.
Uh-oh. 7.
You fall down the stairs. Boom, 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 boom.
Down the
boom.
stairs.
You land prone on your face on this bottom level of the thing, and you're going to take. You're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
All right. And I'm going to say because you fell, that's your turn. Okay. It is the centipede's turn, and they squirm around in a blind panic because they don't know what to do. They can't see. All right, it is
They have blind sight, in fact.
Oh, okay, well, they still squirm around because they don't know what to do. Because it moved out of their space.
But are the humans
yeah,
nearby?
okay, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say they do. What is their movement speed?
20 with climb.
All right, yeah, they're gonna go after and have them make an attack against this cultist who is trying to attack Meg.
Ooh, 22.
Blindside. Yeah, okay, that hits.
All right. And
It's a good thing you charmed him before you started fighting, because he would have had advantage on the saving throw if you had been fighting already.
that is 6 piercing damage.
All right. Ow! Oh! Ow! What is this?
And I rolled an 8, so they stick around.
All right, cool. Okay, so that was the centipedes then. So now it is cultists. One of them is going to try to make his own dexterity saving throw to run away from the centipedes and the smoke. Do the centipedes get an opportunity attack?
It doesn't say they don't have reactions, so I guess so.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
That's an 8 to hit, though.
Yeah, so they're not able to get any additional bites, and he knows his way around this place, and he is able to make his way out of the cloud, and he sees you on the ground, Zeg, and he's going to go after you with advantage on his scimitar, taking advantage of your prone state.
Oh, this could hurt.
It is a 20, not natural.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be 6 slashing damage.
Ow.
And his cultist buddy is just kind of saying, "Okay, everybody, I know it's been a crazy few minutes, but I think we can just work it out if we can just talk." And then you hear the spirit just say, "Oh, shut up, you charmed idiot!" All right, so that is it is the spirit's turn again now, and it's going to swoop down towards you again, Meg, and lash at you with its tentacles again. That is 10 with 1 attack and an 8. It's really super low. That's kind of irritating.
No, it's not. It's fine. It's cool.
So you are
It's fine.
ducking and weaving out of the way, and he just says, "Darn it, I'm used to human-sized creatures." All right, so yeah, no joy for the spirit this turn. It is your turn, Meg, but this thing is in melee with you again now.
Ah, crap. I'm going to use my machete.
All right.
Yeah. And that is... What do I roll for that?
It's the same
I
as
never
your
use
dagger,
melee
but
weapons.
use a d6
Yeah.
instead of a d4.
So that's I roll a d20. Okay.
What is Bleck doing?
Just standing there.
He's well, actually, you lost sight of him in the smoke. You have not seen him come out of the smoke. Or the
Of course. So that is a 16.
All right. You do hit.
Ooh, okay. And so you said that was a d6?
Yeah.
So it's 1d6 plus 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, 4.
Okay.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, you managed to get a slash and chop off the tip of one of its little kelpie tentacles. All right.
Okay.
That's your turn, Zeg. You are on your face. You got one of these cultists right up on you now.
Well, it's up to you, Snooky.
And I kind of lean back, undo the latch on the cage that's on my back, and let loose my skunk in a cage.
All right. So the skunk now has its own initiative, right? So I think it doesn't say what its initiative would be.
I think it's it rolls initiative.
Uh-huh.
So I rolled a 15.
All right. Okay.
And I'm trying to release it at his feet.
Right, yeah. Okay. And that's on its turn. Are you standing up and trying to move away from this cultist who just slashed you?
I'll try. Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. Yeah, he's gonna slash out at you with an 18.
Oh, yep. Avenge me, Snooky.
That's 6 slashing damage.
Oh, I'm just about out.
Uh-oh. All right, so you moved away from him now, out of
Yes.
melee range. Okay. All right. It is the centipede's turn now, but I think that no one is within their range. But they are gonna, I guess, move in the direction of this cultist. They're gonna try to follow
Okay.
him.
And rolled a 9, so they don't disperse yet
All
either.
right.
Persistent little grubbers.
All right. This I think this one cultist that was all set to go after you, but then he realized what you just let out at his feet, and he's like, ah! And so he actually backs away from that, trying to get out of the way of this skunk. And then I think the one cultist is just like, guys, I've been thinking a lot about this situation, and if we could just all take it down a notch and calm down a little bit, I think we could really find some common ground. It is the spirit's turn again, and it is getting pissed at you, Meg. It is going to try once again with its tentacles. 12. Damn. A 12 and a 10. Yeah, it cannot. It is just going like, this never happens to me. It usually works.
That's what she said.
Yeah. It's Meg's turn.
Is it?
You realize that you've got this thing in your face, but you've also noticed that your partner is having trouble over there.
I don't have any healing things though. I can't do anything. I'm not a cleric.
But if we stand shoulder to shoulder, you'll get advantage.
So it's in melee range of me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Yeah. Oh shoot! I clicked away from the page. My bad. Okay. All my stuff is ranged attack. Damn it. But I would really like to try poison spray. So.
Okay.
Poison
Poison spray on the spirit,
on the
right?
yeah.
The octopus spirit. Go for it. Oh, does it? Or it makes a saving throw?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 13.
My DC is 12. Looks like.
All right. Well,
And it doesn't say it takes half, so.
No,
Yeah.
not for cantrips. Yeah. Okay, so you used that. Are you staying where you are?
I'm trying to think. No, I'm gonna have to move away. I need to get out of melee range.
All right, so you move away. It's going to swipe at you with its tentacle and gets a 9. So you are able to move away. Where are you moving to?
This is hard without a map. I think, is the cloud still there?
Yes.
Okay, so going up isn't an option.
I mean, you could go up on the other side of the room. If you recall, this is a big sort of square room, and the cloud is centered on the one side where the entrance you came in was. So at the top of the stairs, on another side, there's the entrance that's like the second floor entrance.
Okay.
And then there's you could go up from where you are because you're at the bottom. You just have to go up in a different direction than
Okay, I'll do that. I'll go up in a different direction and I guess try to pull this thing away from Zeg. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Okay.
It's largely not paid much attention to Zeg, actually. It's more the other two.
It is really pissed that it can't hit Meg with a single tentacle attack.
There's that.
Plus, she zapped it with Scorching Ray.
I have another one of those, but it's ranged attack, so I don't want to. I don't want to waste it.
So you used your poison spray as your action, so you moved away up the stairs. Okay, that makes it Zeg, your turn again.
Okay, and this cultist is still coming after me.
Well, he backed away. He kind of ducked. Didn't pursue you on his last turn because the skunk was there and he was trying to get away from it. But he does look like he's still interested in maybe giving the skunk a wide berth and coming around back at you.
Okay. And Meg is way far away from me, right?
Yeah.
Would the skunk count as an ally?
I'll say yes, but the cultist is not within 5 feet of it. He backed off of it.
Oh, okay. It's further away. Okay. All right.
I guess, yeah. I'll say that he moved to. I'm not retconning that the skunk got an opportunity attack.
It doesn't have attacks, so.
Right.
Okay. All right, I'll give it a try. I got another pot just with your name on it. Well,
Okay.
not actually got your name on it because I didn't know your name when I made the pot, but it's okay.
And I'm going to hurl at him one of the pots that I've held up a couple of times. It's a nice little green slimy pot inside.
Okay. So you are throwing it at this guy with the sword?
Yes, and I rolled a 6.
A 6. So I think
So it goes in a randomly determined 5-foot square section of wall of 4 within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah, so I think he sees this pot splash on the ground, shatter, and a bunch of just green slime oozes out of it, and he's just like, "Ha ha! You missed!" All right. That is your turn. It is the skunk's turn. And let's see. It doesn't say that you control where it goes, but it doesn't say that you don't. So I'm going to say that you do.
Okay. The skunk just is going to move closer to him if it can within 5 feet.
Yep.
Okay. Then it's going to do what skunks do.
All right.
So it's
Constitution saving throw for this guy.
Yep.
That is a critical fail.
On a failed save, the target retches and can't take actions for 1 minute.
He's like, "Oh God, this is my worst nightmare! I was cursed with an extra sensitive sense of smell."
And the skunk basically just runs away at that point because we can't do it again.
Yeah, so he's basically covered with this stuff and having a very unpleasant time. He's down on his hands and knees, like, all right. Okay, so that was the skunk's turn. I think at this point, the charmed cultist runs over to try to start to help his friend who's having a hard time, and then he kind of gets within 5 feet and goes, "Whoa! How are you doing, buddy?" Standing back
It's like,
a few feet.
I'll give him the broom. He's like, there.
Yeah, look,
friend
you doing
stinks.
okay? You want a glass of water? Okay, so that's now it's back up at the spirit's turn again, and he's definitely coming after you, Meg. He is
Dang it!
determined this time. All right, that's a 20, not a crit, but a regular. Okay, and so that is going to be 2d6 plus 3. That's 9 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Ugh,
Which means he gets advantage with the second one.
son of a bitch.
No.
And that's a 22.
Ugh.
So that's another 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Ugh.
Alright.
Sitslebik, why hast thou forsaken me?
Yeah, okay, so that is the spirit's turn. It is your turn now, so you can use your action to try to break the grapple if you want. It would be acrobatics or athletics, or in this case, strength or dexterity. I think dexterity is better for you.
Yeah.
You can also you can attack him instead of trying to break the grapple, but while you're grappled, he has advantage on his attacks against you.
Yeah, I don't really have anything I can hit him with, though. No,
I mean, you can still make your scorching ray with disadvantage.
because that'll go so well.
Yeah, you're like grappled up in his tentacles and trying to blast off your laser beam.
Yeah, that'll go super well.
Well,
Okay.
up to you. It's good. He's got you grappled in his kelpie tentacles.
Yeah, I'm down to 7 hit points, so I don't know. Oh, screw it. You know what? One of us always has to die on these missions. So, whatever. I'm going to use Scorching Ray.
All right.
Because it's cool.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 3 attacks. It's still +4, but with disadvantage for each of the 3.
All right, so I've got a 16, and
That
that's
hits.
with disadvantage.
Hmm.
I have a, let's see, 9 plus 4, that's 13, no, 12. 12, yes? No.
12.
9 plus 4 is,
That would be
13.
13.
But 13
Yeah,
also
13.
plus.
Okay. Cannot math. Damn it, that one was a 20. No, but that is another 9, so another 13.
Okay,
And
So
yeah, that's it. Okay.
The one
One
hits.
hits.
Then. Yeah.
That's 2d6. Not 4, 2. That is a 10.
Okay. 19. It is looking significantly injured at this point. All right, that is your turn. I think Zeg, you would realize that you saw your friend get grappled by this thing. It was beating on her, but then all of a sudden you had to like duck out of the way as wild scorching
Avenge me!
go by around you.
But who will avenge me? Not fair.
Is it me? Oh.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I have some things I can hurl and they explode. Can I just walk up and smack it with them instead? Or is it
Which one are you thinking?
in this particular case, acid.
It is a ranged attack, so I mean, if you let's say this, you're going to have to make a check of some kind if you want to try to just walk up and like pour it on it instead of throwing it, if that's what you're getting at. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
Mm,
trying
dexterity
to
to dodge the
walk up to
tentacles.
melee range with it. So how about this? If you get into melee range with it, because your ally is within 5 feet, you would get the pack tactics advantage, but it would be disadvantaged for a ranged attack within 5
Right.
feet. So it would be a
Right.
straight roll to have them cancel out.
Or I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up to it, so I'm within range. And now it's
Yeah.
Time for Sting Butt.
Okay.
as I have my scorpion on a stick,
All
which is a
right.
melee attack,
Yeah.
and I'm within range with my ally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's with advantage.
Feel the mighty power of Sting Butt.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 to hit is definitely going to hit.
Okay, takes
So-
1 piercing damage, and now makes a Constitution saving throw.
All right. What is its constitution? Let's see. 13.
Okay, that makes it. So only takes half damage.
Okay.
Half of 7.
Half of 7, so it's 4. All right. So at this point, it is
Did the grubs go, or the centipedes?
the centipedes. Well, you're up the stairs now, so we can say it's their turn. Are they still going after this cultist?
Yes.
All
Slowly
right.
chasing the cultist around.
Yeah. So he is not running away from them right now. So I would say they're not going to get to him this round, but next round they will if he doesn't move.
Okay, and I rolled a 2, so they stick around for that, hopefully.
Okay. The skunk ran away. The cultists are busy. Okay. So at this point, I'd like you to each make a perception check.
Great.
8.
11.
Meg, as you're sort of flailing around trying to get out of this spirit's tentacles, you see that upper level exit from this sanctuary. You see Bleck holding the gem, kind of just give you a salute, and he runs out the door with it.
I really hate that guy.
Oh, what a jerk! Where
Okay.
Floof in all of this?
You make with your 11, you don't see him.
Floof, go get the gem! Go get the gem! He's a jerk! He's not a friend!
All right, so it is the spirit's turn this time. And with you grappled, Meg is going to just continue to hold you with the tentacles. And he's going to whack out at Zeg. It gets a 21.
Ooh, that hits.
Double ones on the damage dice. So that's 5 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, double ones is 5. Oh, ow.
It's
Okay.
2d6 plus 3.
Still standing. That's
Yeah.
good.
And then it's going to do the other one on you, Meg.
It can't hit her.
But it has advantage because it's literally holding her in one tentacle and trying to bop her with the other one. So
It's still, I have faith in her.
scooping up the kobold and bopping her on the head. Yeah, so it hits with a 21.
Ouch.
And that is 10 bludgeoning.
I'm dead.
Oh no!
I'm at -3.
All right. Well, 0. So
0.
unconscious. Okay. So that would be your turn now. So make it 1 death saving throw.
That is a 14.
14 is a success. Okay.
Tell him the gem is gone. Tell him the gem is gone. Maybe he'll leave.
So it is.
I didn't
turn.
notice it, actually.
Yeah, you didn't see it. But you did hear Meg yelling at Ploof to go get the gem.
But Meg's in danger. I'm going to try to break Meg free from this.
Okay.
Can I cut her out with my dagger?
I probably dropped my machete.
Well, so it's got her wrapped up in a tentacle. You know, so I will say
Can I target
you
that
can make
tentacle?
you can make a dexterity check, and you're doing it with advantage because of you're obviously aiding her. Yeah, well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think once she went limp when it bopped her, it probably just dropped her.
Oh, okay. Oh, it dropped her.
Yeah. No, like extra damage from that, but I think it didn't continue to hold her once she went limp.
All right. Well then. I have 1 model left. Well, I have 2 models left, actually, technically, but... actually. Yeah, why not? Going to point blank. Run up to it and pound it with my bottle.
And try to break the bottle on it.
Okay.
So whatever roll you were thinking before. This is the acid bottle.
Okay. Yeah, so if it would be +4 with disadvantage if you stay within melee range. Is that what you're doing?
If I step back, it's just going to hit me and take me down anyway, so I got to do it from here.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack then with disadvantage.
Oh, double 15s. So that's a 19.
Oh. Wow. All right. Yeah, that's a hit.
Woo!
Smash, smash.
Double 6s on the damage. This is crazy.
Yeah, as you take this vial and smash it in its face, point blank, its weird sort of rocky looking beak, it basically shatters right into it, and you see it suddenly start to tremble. What a world! What a world! And it melts down into a puddle. And as it sort of starts to disappear and dissipate and spreads out in this sort of gooey slime, you also see that its inky smoke across the room dissipates.
Oh, Meg.
Can I do
and at
anything
this
for
point,
Meg?
you also see Ploof just kind of say, "That was fun."
Can you help her?
What's wrong with her?
She got hurt.
It kind of, sort of put, 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 put. It's a little slow moving, floating. It goes down over here. Make another death saving throw, by the way, Meg.
Can I try to stabilize him?
Yes, you can in just a moment, but make
Sure.
one more saving throw here.
13.
13 is another success. Okay, so you can make a medicine check, which is just wisdom, since I don't think you would have the skill per se.
I don't want to kill her. This is such a bad roll. A 10.
So, you know what? I'm gonna rule that you stabilize her. She had 2 successes already, so you get the feeling that she is stable but still unconscious.
Okay.
And I think Ploof is just gonna say, she looks sad.
She's hurt.
And are the 2 cultists still here?
Yeah, I think the one of them. I just about the time you ask that, actually, I think you hear one of them go, "Ah, the centipedes! Ah, ah, ah!"
I've got one last thing to do then. Over in their direction, I will toss my last unbroken bottle.
Okay. Is this the alchemist fire?
It is the alchemist fire.
Okay. So make your attack, ranged weapon attack.
Ah, crap. 9.
Okay. Let's see if. So I think what were you trying to throw it at specifically? Like the 2 guys standing there with the centipedes all over one of them?
The one without the centipedes.
Okay. Well, so I think that you miss and hit the guy who is already skunk sprayed and has centipedes swarming all over him.
It'll kill the centipedes.
Yeah. 1d4 fire damage to start. That's
So
just
it's
1 to start, but he was already
Okay.
in kind of rough. Yeah, so he's on fire now, and
probably his buddy's trying to help him.
yeah. Well, actually, the charm person is that concentration? No,
Pretty
it's
sure.
just an hour. So
Oh.
I think he just falls to his knees and he's looking at all the carnage around him. He's why?
Consider not picking a jerk next time.
I'm going to pick up Meg and try to make my way out.
Okay. Ploof is just gonna kind of say, I could try to wake her up.
Can you?
I don't know. I've never tried it before.
Okay.
Should I do it then?
Yeah, do it.
And so it said, okay, lay her down. Which way were you going? Were you going out the way that Black went?
That was out the top part,
Yeah,
right?
that second
Yeah.
floor. So there's the wooden platform with the ladder down to the ground.
Yes. Yes, up.
Okay. So I would imagine you maybe lay her out on this wooden platform.
Mhm.
Ploof, who is looking kind of a little bigger and more, like there's a little more of a spark in these weird little stalk eyes, but it sort of hovers down and flickers around and looks at Meg, and then sort of shivers, and little sparkly spores kind of drift down over her. And Meg, you suddenly find yourself awake. You regain 5 hit points.
Ouch! 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 Ouch!
But
Ouch!
you also feel really uncomfortable, like laying on your back. It feels really uncomfortable for some reason.
So I'm going to sit up, like.
You have wings now.
What?
Why do I have wings? Why do I have wings?
Is that a
Because
problem?
No.
Oh,
Oh, good.
I didn't make these ones either, so they probably even work.
Yeah, you can feel.
So
You
you
can
kind of-
flap them. You can feel them.
flap them a little bit. Oh, it's like being a dragon.
I'm so proud of you. Now let's get the hell out of here. And where's Black?
Have each of you make a perception check.
Uh-oh.
That is... Oh, I actually got a 16 on that one.
2.
With your 16, Meg, you see, you look around, and what you see is down by the shore, about 60 feet away, you see Black engaged in a tug-of-war with a kid over the gem.
Okay, so, my eyes go narrow. Like, that is not okay. So, can I, like, bolt out the window or at the exit
you're,
and, like,
on this
start
platform,
flying, like, full speed?
Hey, wait, you're gonna. Whoa.
I'll say you have a flying speed of 40 feet. But if we're not really in proper initiative right now. Are you just basically diving right at him?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
They work, Ploof. They work. Wait. Whoa, wait. Oh, crap.
So what's the plan here?
I'm going to try to snatch the gem out of their
Make a dexterity check.
what did I have for that? Keep clicking away. Dexterity is +2. Okay. You would think I would know that by now. 16.
You manage to swoop in there like a stealth bomber. They don't see you coming. You get your hands on this thing, and it's perfect, except that they don't actually let go right away. And so you've grabbed it, and you manage to pull it out of their hands, but then you don't manage to swoop away with it. You sort of flop over backwards. So you're now holding it, but on your back with the two of them looking down at you. What are you doing, Zeg?
I'm running closer and grabbing a stone.
Okay. Are you?
And if I can, I'm gonna use my sling.
Okay, yeah. I'll let you go ahead and make an attack. Who are you attacking?
The kid first.
Okay.
Aim carefully.
Relax, I've got this, he said.
Actually, that's 14 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits. You just peg this kid in the forehead with a rock, and he's like, oh! And he starts crying.
5 points of damage.
Yeah. 5 points of damage?
5 points of damage.
Out cold. Eyes roll back and just flops backward into the mud.
I would like to wrap the gem up and, like, roll over into the mud.
Alright, so I think Black is just going to say, now you just give me that gem, Meg, and I'll make sure that you get a glowing review when I report back to Sitslebik.
Yeah, how about you suck it?
What are you doing, Zeg? Are you continuing to run forward?
I'm just running up to them so I can get up there.
Okay, yeah. So I think that Black is going to try to grab it away from you, so we're going to just make a contested strength check. Him with his -2.
Yeah, same, but...
8.
-2?
Yeah.
Damn it, 7.
So, yeah, I think he wrestles with you a little bit and manages to come up with this, ha-ha! And that's just about when Zeg shows up.
Let's see.
He'll know. Sitslebik will know.
I do
Liar,
have
lies.
One little pot that I could throw at him.
Can I circle around so that I have my good friend Meg kind of beside me, but I'm a little further away so I can throw?
Yeah.
Without getting disadvantage at least.
He kind of tried to back away with the gem, so he was able to put a little distance between.
There's actually no targeting roll, but I do want to hit him with it or try to.
Yeah, make a +4 ranged attack then.
Okay. Pack tactics?
Well, he moved away. That was the whole idea, so.
Okay.
I'm flapping my wings
19.
menacingly.
19?
19 on a ranged attack, or 15 on the die.
Yeah, you peg him right in the face with it.
Okay. It breaks open and a swarm of rot grubs emerges from the clay pot. Flatters all over him.
He starts screaming. He drops the gem into the mud.
I will scoop that up.
All right, so this swarm of rot grubs makes its own attack, I think. Yeah. So it's swarming all over him. Go ahead and have it roll its attack. It's a +0 to hit, but still.
Yeah. 11.
11. What is his? So it's 12. So they're still all over him, but he's definitely panicked, trying to brush them all off of him.
They haven't infested him yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So he is busy trying to run away from the rot grubs. He left the gem there in the mud.
I'm going to run up.
Crawling all over it.
I don't care. I will run up and take it.
All right, the rot grubs are going to make an attack against you.
Fine.
They're not trained rot grubs.
I tried.
I'm already covered in slime and mud and swamp water. I don't care.
Okay, so make that +0 attack.
Oh, right. So that's a natural 20.
And I fall down again.
You reached. Well, we'll see. So
Actually, a hit just means you are infested by 1d4 rot grubs.
All right. So roll the 1d4. See how many.
That's 4.
All right. So that's 4d6 piercing damage at the start of your turn, Meg. So I think you reach down, you grab the gem, and you go, ha ha! Ah! You look up at your wrist and you see 4 rot grubs burrowing into your arm.
Oh, great. So I'm gonna be dead again. That's cool.
Now, I'm gonna say, as kobolds, you guys know rot grubs. You know what the deal is.
Right.
So I'm going to give Meg a chance to do something to try to stop these rot grubs before she takes this first roll of damage. It would normally be at the start of her turn, but I'm going to give her a chance to react to these rot grubs starting to burrow into her arm.
What
What
Do you
you
have-
know about it is that if you apply fire to the bite wound before the end of the turn, you take 1 fire damage per rot grub that you destroy, but
I'm gonna be unconscious again. It doesn't matter.
but you keep them from burrowing deeper into your body.
Yeah. Okay. So I will cast Firebolt on myself.
All right. I'm going to say you don't need to roll an attack, but you do need to roll the damage.
Oh,
So if you roll the
God.
damage and it's at least 4, you will kill all the rot grubs.
That is a 5.
All right. You kill all the rot grubs and you're standing there holding your burnt, scorched hand, still holding the gem.
There's no time to lie down and sleep again. Meg? Meg? Ah,
Make a death saving throw, Meg.
Ploof, can you help me?
It's 11.
All right. That's a success. I think Ploof is just going like, I kind of wore myself out on the wings thing. I didn't think you'd need it again so soon.
Can I try to stabilize her?
Yeah.
Again, this was an intake roll or something, was it? Or wisdom?
Medicine, but it's wisdom, yeah.
Oh, God. 17.
17, yeah, I'd say you're pretty sure you have managed to stabilize her.
I know what these rock crab
You
things
gently
look like.
pat out the smoldering embers on the remains of this wrap that she had.
All right. I'm going to try to pick her up. You're a lot heavier with the wings.
And see if we can head home.
All
Then I
right.
grab the gem, kind of half remembering it.
Make a stealth check with disadvantage.
Stealth?
This better be double 20s. No, it was a 12 and a 13, which makes it a 10.
That's not so bad. I think
Oh,
as
sorry,
you
this is
start
a-
to leave,
14.
Floof just says, "Oh, you're leaving?
Come with us. We can get you to meet Sitslebik. You'll be really impressed. And he'll be impressed with you.
I don't think I can leave the area of the lake. I'm kind of part of it.
Oh. Well, that's too bad. I kind of like you.
I like you too.
I'm sure Meg likes you. She likes the wings, I'm sure.
She looks sad again.
She'll sleep it off.
Will you come back and visit me?
I'll try. It depends on where Sitslebik sends me.
Okay.
But given our success, I think we'll have a chance.
Well, I'm glad that I got to have friends on my first day of existing.
You're all right, Ploof.
You too, little dragon guy.
Zeg. My name is Zeg.
I know. You said so earlier. I was just trying to use an affectionate nickname. It's the thing. If you don't like it, I won't do it again.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I kind of like it. You
I'm
called
just
me a
learning.
dragon.
I did mention how it was my first day of existing, right?
You called me a dragon, so I can't really be angry with you. Thank you. We
You're
have to go
welcome.
now. They're going to get angry, especially the kid's parents.
Oh, yeah. He looks sad, too.
He'll be fine eventually.
I think Ploof kind of floats over like, I hope so.
Gotta
Better
go.
go, though. I hear more people coming. All right, so you are making your way back to the rendezvous point. You realize belatedly that Bleck had been left just running away from the rot grubs, and so as you're hanging out at this rendezvous point where you expect to meet Sitslebik, eventually Bleck does show up. I
It's
think
about
Meg's still
time.
unconscious, and he kind of just says,
So, I
Mm-hmm.
think that it would be to our mutual benefit if we were to describe the events of tonight as a team effort where we retrieved the gem as a group.
It's clear that Meg had something special happen.
Yeah, what was
So I
that
think
all
she
about? How did
deserves
she
it.
have wings? That's not. She didn't have wings before. They were
Yeah,
fake.
that doesn't happen, does it? I don't need to go back and get my wings anymore, because Meg has her own. And if you want to keep yours, you'll keep your mouth shut.
Well, that's kind of what I was suggesting.
Well, I'm glad you agree with me. Now, that's... Why am I yelling at you? Shut up and sit down.
he kind of just. She does
Oh,
something.
there's a... Just behind your ear, there's a little... This looks like a little thing crawling, like a little... Is that a grub? That's never gonna get old.
So, I think roll a 1d4, Meg.
Let's see. 4.
So it takes about 4 hours for you to come back to consciousness. But eventually you do. You kind of blink your eyes awake. You feel terrible. Your hand hurts.
Everything
Bruised
hurts.
all over. Still feel your wings though. That's pretty cool.
Flap, flap.
I think
Flap.
you look
Hey,
up
Meg,
and you
catch
see
this.
I toss the stone, the gem to her.
Oh, it's shiny. What does it do? Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Ew. It's just a pretty gem.
Because I have a +2 to Arcana, so maybe. It's a 12.
You don't have a good sense of exactly what it does, but it's clearly intended as a focus of spiritual worship that was probably created as part of the ceremonies that the old spirit liked.
Mm.
But it doesn't
It's pretty.
do anything as far as you can tell. It might contain energy, spiritual energy, but nothing you would be able to like access or activate.
No. It's pretty.
You
And
hear,
you rescued it.
you hear Black
Oh,
just
you
kinda
rescued
say,
it too.
We rescued it, right? Wink.
You were there. That's about all I can say.
I have words.
Are those words? Yes, we're going to tell a story to Sitslebik about how we worked as a team and it looks good and reflects good on all of us.
Sitslebik always knows. He knows.
But
She earned her
there's
wings.
such a thing as spin.
You left us to die.
I was attempting to ensure that our mission was a success.
I don't like you.
That's fair.
So if you guys all just hang out, eventually Sitslebik does return. You see the shadow overhead, the blast of wind as these tremendous wings beat the air. It settles down, this enormous dragon, and it looks down at you and says, "Well, how'd it go?"
It went.
It was good.
We have a present for you.
Indeed.
I am going to give it to Zeg to give to Sitslebik.
Oh.
What?
I have wings. You get this.
You don't have wings. She has wings now.
And he kind of does.
He's
sort
kinda-
of looks down and sort of.
He's kind
turns
of
around,
gesturing.
like,
He's got this gem in one hand, but he's really gesturing at her.
Like, she has wings. Oh, and we found this gem. It was inside a big spirit guy that there was really, really a jerk. But we met one that wasn't a jerk. That was Ploof.
Indeed.
Oh. And there's this guy.
And I haul up the cookie around my neck.
And I've got something in squee in this
it's
hand,
still,
in this
like,
bottle.
Squirreling, and Black says, "And I helped."
No, you didn't.
He was there
He was there.
most of the time.
Sort of.
Sometimes.
And Sitslebik looks around at all of you and says, "It's true what you said, Meg. I do always know. And that's a neat trick that spirit pulled with your wings. Let me see if I can do that." And he sort of waves over, and all of a sudden, Zeg, you find that now you have wings, and Bleck's wings have disappeared. He's like,
I fall over because I'm used to the weight of the wings.
Whoa. Oh, this is weird. Oh, I'm gonna have to figure out how to put the crates on again.
I will help you.
Okay. I got wings. I told you, Black. Sitslebik could do anything.
"Well, how about this? Since each of you now have your own set of wings, how would you like a fun little race back to our home?"
Oh,
I don't know if I have a race in me, but I will try.
If
I don't
you
even know
prefer
how to
ride,
race things.
That's fine too. No worries.
I don't know how these
Black
things
can
work,
walk.
but I'll try.
One flaps and the other one's kind of flapping the wrong direction.
Oh, this is going to take some getting used to.
Me with my one hit point. Like,
I have 3, so
You know what? It's fine. You can ride. You can practice with your wings later. Black, I would like you to spend the time it will take you to walk back home, pondering your actions, and give me a report on that when you return, and we'll discuss your future with this organization. And with that, Sitslebik takes off into the night sky, bearing Meg and Zeg upon his back. And with that, we will bring our adventure for tonight to a close.
yay, that was great!
ah,
And we didn't completely die.
oh man,
I mean, I sort of did a couple times, but you know, it didn't stick.
it didn't stick. Yeah,
Did kill some people, including maybe a kid.
maybe. We're gonna go back and look.
Sitslebik is my favorite dragon. He's great.
He's the best. You guys know that. You're the Kobolds.
Now I want this kobold to exist again with these 2 new things he's invented. This swee of sentient
Swee.
tar and Louis gingerbread man.
Yeah, maybe he trains the gingerbread man to be like a little spy or something, like a little
Oh
familiar.
yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
like he's a familiar. That's
He's got a familiar.
That's awesome. All right. So thank you, everybody, and thank you, everyone in the chat. We had several people in there: Smarta Master and Prince Justin and Mother Dragon, of course. And look, Mother Dragon even made use of the little bits thing. Thank you for that. I now I am able to see that is a thing that works. And Smarter Master says Sitslebik is truly a good dragon, and it's like, yeah, it's because he developed his power as a part of people doing heroic things. That is truly in his nature. He's practical though.
That was so much fun.
Yay.
I love Kobolds.
I'm glad you enjoyed, and I hope everyone else enjoyed too. And hopefully next week we will be back to continue our adventure with the Heroes of Legend. And so join us next week for more adventure on so many
levels.